Stupid fucking thing, man. Is it bright enough in here? Ugh. I don't know if anybody's even gonna come in here. I'm not gonna be here that long. I'll just sit here and pick my nails or something. Actually, what I have to do is I need to put some. Look, one person's here. All right, you made my night, whoever you are. Oh, what did I do with my lip gloss? Fuck. Oh, here comes people. Yes. It took only like a million years, but yes. Hold on. I'm just looking for my some type of lipstick. Something. Something moisturizing. Hue? What's hue? I forget. How is everybody tonight? 25 people in the house. Thank you. Thank you, Warrior Grandma. I heard somebody calling you Warrior Grandma. And I'm like, why is this person calling this person a grandma? I don't think that's the name. That's the worst color ever, but I just need something. So yeah, guys, I don't know if this happened last night or this morning. I'm not even 100% sure, but I did happen to log on today and I noticed that I had 5,000 subscribers and I was like, what? Oh, what? Yeah. The little John in me came out, you know. But yeah, 5,000 finally. Only took me like how many years? No, actually it didn't. I guess in the last year I gained like 4,000 or something because I did have 1,000. This lipstick is like makes me look like I have no lips. Yeah, the beginning of the year it looked like it was 1,000, little over 1,000. I don't remember what the exact number. 5,000. I'm so excited. Because when I started this channel, I didn't even think I would have like 2 subscribers, let alone 5,000. So, anyway, I'm like, I got a whopping 37. I don't even know how I got up that high. Because to be honest with you, after my last live that I did, I was pretty much like 100% sure I was going to lose. I probably will after this because this happened last time. This happened at 4,000 too. Bad audio. Look, oh. Yeah, I wonder if my headphones. Is it good? Because I have my Bluetooth headphones. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Let me get my microphone. Maybe that'll help. I have a feeling it's because I just have to crawl under things. So give me a second here. Shit. Hold on, because I have my microphone and then I could plug that in and hopefully that takes care of the issue. I haven't used this damn thing in freaking so long. Oh man. Watch this shit. Fucking audio problems. Can you guys hear me? You motherfuckers. I just got up. I'm gonna kill you guys. Can you hear me? Okay, we're good? Good. I was gonna use this because I never fucking use it, but yeah, but anyway, I thought after my last live, I'm like, dude, I'm definitely gonna lose. And I probably will lose some tonight, just people that are like, fuck her, fuck Makeup Monster, you know? Like, and they just don't wanna make my just let me celebrate, because there are people like that out there, unfortunately, in this world that just don't like people happy. Now it's loud. Oh my god. Yeah, but I was pretty excited when I saw that this morning. So, how is everybody's week going? I can't believe Halloween's already over. I'm so upset because my husband took down our dude, it was so windy here last night. It was actually more windy last night than it was at when we had Hurricane Sandy, and it was really bad that time. I mean, it was like crazy. I was out at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there running around my front lawn, trying to like save my tombstones. Luckily, none of them broke. I'm sorry, one of them broke. But I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Hey, hold on. Somebody asked a question. I hate sitting here because I can't see the fucking chat. How many did you have exactly before? That's awesome. What do you mean before what? Remy, do me a favor. I don't know what mods are in here, but if anybody's on mod patrol, do not hide anybody. Okay? Just do me that favor. I don't care if you time people out, but don't. There's not even that many people in here anyway, so my thing says 41. So it's pretty pathetic. But my husband's working and then he has hockey, so I was like, I'll go live. My son fell asleep. Thank God. Thank God. He's so annoying. He was so annoying tonight. When my son gets tired, he gets what I call overtired, and then he's like, he's like, oh no, Carl Doug's, I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even want mods. You don't have to time somebody out unless they're like spamming. Otherwise, just let them go. Let them rip. Because first of all, it's Friday night. Nobody feels like fucking working and having to watch out and everything like that. I really wish I mean, no offense. I love the people that mod for me, but I just don't care like to have mods because I don't want anybody to feel like they have to like be working. Plus, I really don't block people like I don't block people and I just don't like doing that. So I like to see what people say about me. This is better live. This is a better live that is on. Huh. Oh, all right. Oh, wait a sec. Is today Friday? Yes. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Is Diane live tonight? I didn't even look. I totally forgot. That's probably why there's like nobody in here. Diane and Wendy are probably live, right? Or people just think I'm an asshole. Love all your videos. So we are going, thank you, Jennifer78. I have to tell you, Marshall's, one more time. Marshall's men's section. I just bought, my son, look, it even says it on the arm. That's why I liked it. I don't know why, but I love sweatshirts when they have words on the arms. I went and bought a bunch of like men's like giant hoodies because the women's ones are always so tight and I like when they fit loose. Cause you know when like the fucking hood like feels like it's choking you. I don't know. The men's aren't as tight for some reason around the neck. I have a nodule on my thyroid and like I don't know when things press on my neck, it almost feels like weird. It feels like I can't breathe or something. Yes, they're live. Oh, all right, happy. So I just want to also say, following up on the other night, because there was definitely people like pissed off and whatever. And my name has been getting mentioned and I'm just going to try to ignore it because I really don't want to be involved. What was my whole point of saying this? A few people reached out to me and we're kind of like, thank you, for that. And they kind of see things the way I see them, which is so awesome. Thank you, Herbie Herb. Yeah, I can't believe it, 5,000. So it's pretty cool. I honestly did not think I would even get like a 500 or 1,000 subs when I first signed up. I was so nervous. If you go back all the way down on my channel and watch my videos, I couldn't even I sucked. I mean, I was still myself, but I don't know. I just wasn't as comfortable, I guess. And you guys aren't going to believe this. Or anybody that watches my grief series, we're actually almost at the end. I can't even believe it. I'm happy about it, though. Check your MM Facebook. Oh, Amanda, great. I will. Yeah. I always tell you to email me. I know a lot of... Hey, do you smoke lots of weed? Oh, Herbie. I thought you meant me. I was like, well, I used to, but not anymore. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. To be on camera is odd to me. It's just weird. Yeah, Remy, it's like so, I don't know. I don't mind when I'm filming something. It's like, I don't feel like pressure, because I know whatever I don't like, I could just edit out. But when you're talking on a live, I feel like it's harder because, you forget things and how many, well, I do it when I'm not. When I film my videos, I'm always sitting here and I'm like, this will be me. For the longest time, hey, figure skating coach, I can't remember what I'm gonna say, and I say and a lot, so I edit those out of my videos because I just can't stand it, and I do say a lot. Oh, thought you did double doobies, Herbie. Love your series. I will watch once you're done. Yeah, Carla, check it out when I'm done. It's pretty intense. It's really almost done. I mean, I'm sure I could probably squeeze out another, I don't know, 10 episodes about it, but It really is almost done because the more and more we got done. Thank you, Polka Dot Susan. But yeah, I don't know. I just like the other night, I was so angry, and I apologize to Aritria for being petty and, cracking a joke at your list because I know it's something that you can't help, and that was just shitty of me. Because I have a lisp too, so like I shouldn't be making fun of anybody. Snoop, why are you crying? Come on, come upstairs. He literally needs me to like watch him come up the stairs. Snoop's birthday is next week. He's gonna be 10, which is old. But anyway, yeah, I apologize to her for that because that was super petty. It really was. I was just like so fired up last week. Like, it was just everything. It was this whole progression of like, I've been, I'm like, I don't know. I've been like, there's the kind of person I am where like I collect things in my mind. I see things and then I see them and I see them and I see, I keep seeing all these different things that I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, Purple Rain, yes, you're up. I didn't know if you were up. I'm like, she's gonna kill me. But I did let you know that I was coming live. Snoop, lay down. I swear to God, if this dog wakes my son up, hold on, let me go help this idiot get up the friggin' stairs. He can't even walk up the stairs. I'm gonna knock my legs over. Hold on. Come on, dummy. Snoop, let's go. Come on. Wait, no, you're not going outside. That's a definite no. No. Oh, you got Then lay down. Either come up with me or lay down. You can't do both. Oh my God. Hold on. Lay down, Snoop. That's it. Stay. He's freaking so annoying. He can't get up anymore. I mean, I felt bad for him. He's like 10 years old, so he wants me to watch him up the steps. Yeah, the series is almost over. Hold on. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, with Eritrea. I just wanted to put that out there. I was just like, again, I'm only human. And when you're live, you say things sometimes when you're mad and you just fuck up. It's the most simple way I could put it. But I didn't mean to make fun of her. I don't know why I did that. That was fucked up. But I was pissed off last week and I was feeling hot because it was things that were building up in my mind for a while now. Because I'm like, yeah, and a lot of people have said this to me in the last week. It's like YouTube is somewhere that I come to for an escape. I come here so I don't have to think about what happened, my mom passing away and my brother or, my family issues. Like, I come here and for a long time it was a fun place to come. We all laughed and had a good time. And, over the last couple like months, I'm seeing people that were once friends with one another and laughing with one another at each other's throats. And I'm just like, I can't, like, what is going on right now? Yeah, there's so much fighting, Remy. And I feel like that really, I'm not just a creator, I'm also a subscriber. And I feel caught in the middle as both. I feel, caught in the middle as a subscriber and a creator. That I'm like, I don't even know where to go anymore because everywhere I go, I'm going to piss somebody off. It doesn't matter. When I do go places, sometimes I feel like I don't want to participate in the chat. Like, and I'm sick of feeling like that. I'm just sick of feeling like I have to choose people. Because you shouldn't have to choose. You should not have to choose between two friends. And don't get me wrong. Months ago, I got mad at, Diane and, a couple of other people because they started talking to somebody that I felt was a complete piece of shit. But I said, you know what? First of all, I'm not letting that person dictate my friendships. They don't get to do that. That person is not important enough to come in between my friendships with people. Anybody got how I can get D&W ticket to St. Jude? Wait, hold on. Even one shout out. Jasmine, if you tag Diane or, you have to put the @ symbol if you're on your phone and then type their whole name out, they'll see it. Or if you do a super chat donation, Diane is like always on top of those things. So if you actually give, otherwise, if you don't want to donate through there, then, you could always do it on your own. Yeah, Becky P. And it's, everybody was talking about, I'm like, this girl, I'm not letting this woman ruin my friendships with people. Like, that's not fair. That's stupid. So I got over it. And all I could tell those people is just be careful. Be careful with what you share. Just be careful, because when you see somebody, and I'm not just saying her, this is many people on this platform, constantly turning on people that they were friends with, you should worry. You really should worry. When a person turns on somebody and starts exposing them and their personal shit because they're mad at them, then you should definitely worry and be careful around a person like that. It's not that you can't be friends with that person. It's just that you need to be careful with that person, because you could tell them personal shit and one day they might do the same thing to you. Key factor here, do not share anything. See, enough said, that's not fair though, because there are so many good people. It's just, if you've been around this community for at least a year, because like we kind of are in a year now, you know, all of us have been in this community, not everybody, but most of us started here, you know, when the Chris Watts case happened, and then we all just became this like new community. I like to call it krama. I don't know. But when if you've been here that long, you should know by now who's shady, who's not shady, who's real, who's not real. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't tell, I mean, you know, that's on you. But I think there's enough evidence on the internet. If you just search somebody's name, you could pretty much see what they're up to, you know? So just be careful. Thank you. You know, just be careful who you're talking to. That's all it comes down to. Don't give them your, you know, don't divulge your secrets to anybody that you don't trust. But I have made connections with people here that I care about. And I share things about my life, and I don't mind, because my life's I've always been like that pretty much my whole life. Like, I'm just one of those people that's like an open book. You can ask me anything. I don't get offended by stuff very easily. So, you know, I mean, there's not much that I really hide from people anyway, so I'm not really that worried about it. Careful, you might slip on a banana. What is going on, Black Eagle? Are we at like a circus? So yeah, I mean, I was upset the other night, and then after, to see it just continue. What I don't like is, I just don't like this whole thing of people ganging up on another person, even if it's not another creator, even if it's a sub, or I hate that word, even if it's a subscriber. Stop ganging up. Stop getting all these people mad at everybody. And you know, Marsha brought my name up the other day, and I'm gonna bring hers up, you know, and I'm not doing it in a mean way. I was listening to part of her live from, I don't know, a couple of nights ago, and they were talking about Tiffany Marie, who I happen again to like. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. I like her. Sorry. She's a cool girl, really easy to kind of talk to, whatever. But I was never close to her. She had emailed me. We'd emailed back and forth a couple of times, but I don't talk to her on a daily basis. I barely talk to her on a monthly basis, but you know, I see her in chat. She's always cool to me. I'm always cool to her, whatever. And Marsha was reading a comment that Tiffany had read or left, and she's like, oh, she left this on Makeup Mobster's page, and it's so disrespectful to her, and how could you disrespect her? And I'm like sitting there listening, and I'm like, you know, that comment was not left on my page. So, hey, Kalea. And I was like, you know, that's not fair to her, because, you know, I don't want people going after Tiffany Marie because they think that she disrespected me, because she didn't. So I feel like, you know, we have a responsibility. If we're going to go on our panels and say things like that, you know, we should definitely be doing some fact checking before we get on our panels and start exposing shit. You know, and I'll give Marsha a pass on that, because she's new. She's only been on had a channel for what, like a month. Like, I watched everybody go through the same kind of cycle that I went through when I started my channel. And you know, it's like you have to go through this kind of learning experience. Like, you have to learn what you can do and what you can't do as a creator. Why are you crying, Snoop? What? You guys hear him growling at me? Do you have to go out? I can't believe this dog is just going to sit in my hallway and stare at me. Hold on. I think I'm going to let him out. And he's going to freaking bark, and I'm going to kill him. Let's go. What's wrong with you? You park out there. Why can't you park it? Okay. Now I'll have to get up in another 5 minutes. Let him get back in. Dog's such a pain in the ass. Doesn't know what to do with himself. Anyway, sorry. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, we just need to be a little bit more responsible when we're putting information out. And the other thing was, I mixed up on my own. Clary, I didn't know what part she played in that chat, in the Patreon chat, and the rape shit. I had no idea. So sorry, I messed up, but she was trying to kind of insinuate that Tiffany Marie like told me that, and she didn't. I messed that up. That was my mistake. I just don't like all this assuming, and then everybody's now pissed at Tiffany Marie for sharing an opinion. I mean, I read her comment. Yeah, it was a little harsh. It definitely was. She said some harsh shit. Obviously, something pissed her off. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Figure skating coach, I'm sure she is, but so is Tiffany. You know, I mean, yeah, she said, you know, she called her a name. Is that the worst thing that's happened around here? Guys, come on. You know? Tawanda, I don't know. I haven't been on live. Did she leave? What's Tawanda asking? No, Clary was the hitman comment. Okay. It doesn't even matter. They were all in the chat and it's over. They've been exposed. We all know about it now. It's up to you guys to make a decision on who you're going to trust and not trust. You know what I'm saying? The information's out there. If you continue to trusting one person, great. You know, if you don't, that's great. No need to, you know, drag it out anymore. I just hate how these things get so fucking blown out of proportion and dragged out. It's like, there's no reason for it. So I want everybody to know that from here on out, if you feel like you don't know where to go, just come in here. I mean, I don't go live. See, that's the thing too. I don't go live as often as everybody else do because I try to fit in lives at times when my family's not around or my son's sleeping or if my family's home. I don't like doing this shit. I don't feel right. I don't feel right sitting in here talking while my family's like out, you know, doing things in my house. I like Tiffany. Right, Red Lotus. She has a right to her own opinion, whether we agree with it or not. And I get everybody standing up for Clary. I totally understand that. If you're friends with her, that's great. But Tiffany's also been around for a really long time. And like, you know, try to understand her feelings. I know what it feels like to feel caught in between two friends. But we don't have to like start making fucking hashtags, like hashtag I stand with this person and like, yo, calm the fuck down, guys. Calm the fuck down. You're talking about people who are watching their like videos on their phone. Why are we standing with them? I don't even understand that. It's so weird. I raised 5 kids. I never had done anything when they lived at home. Yeah, Black Eagle, you know how it is. I have 1 and I feel guilty. Besides, let them speak for themselves. Right. And here's the other thing. What's wrong with contacting each other behind the scenes and saying, hey, what's your problem with me? You know, like, instead of everybody running up on a live and starting to fucking pop off and go crazy, like, what did you try approaching the person and just saying, hey, what's the problem? Because when I had a problem with Mandy Lynn, I went and emailed her. I found her email. I asked around, and I think I found her email, or she might have emailed me. I think I emailed her first. I'm pretty sure. But we discussed it through email, and the shit got settled, like, in one email. You know what I'm saying? And anybody could do that. If you don't like someone, keep it to yourself or private with someone else, not in a comment. It's rude. 100% figure skating coach. Thank you, Cats Meow. Nenny C. You know, I'm just like, I'm so confused too because I see Nenny and like, you know, she's fighting with these people and these people are fighting with her. And I'm just like, you know, everybody was friends at one time. Like, what happened? You know, people are fighting with Crazy Nurse Granny. I'm like, what happened to like Big Brother of YouTube? You know, like, why are we all fucking fighting right now? I just don't understand. I think it's one of those things that just snowballed as time went on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started off as this little thing, and as it started rolling downhill, it started collecting more and more shit until it just got into like this big fucking mess where it has like trees in it and people skiing and shit. And you're like, what happened? How the fuck did we get here? That's what happened in this situation. Like, I always say this in any situation, you always have to go back to the beginning. Like, what's the root cause? What caused everything? What happened? Because I think a lot of people don't even fucking know anymore. This all started when Laura fucking went and was friends with Marissa. That's when all this shit started. And it just snowballed from there. And it just got so crazy and so out of control. And everybody's contributed to it. I don't care who you are, what side you're on. Everybody contributed to it in some way. So, Black Eagle, I have to love you for your honesty. You're fucking funny. I actually like Black Eagle because I think she's fucking sassy as shit. I like sassy bitches. I'm not saying you're a bitch, but I call women bitches because, you know, that's how I grew up. Happy hours start spring. Kalea, you're on the other side of the world, huh? Congrats. Thank you. So yeah, I just you know, I was angry the other night, and of course I calmed down, and I get over things very easily. Like, especially if I'm able to get my anger out, I'm just over it. I'm just like, I could get over it, you know? I could especially get over it if people just stop talking about it, because it's like fucking not even really that worth talking about. It's not that interesting. I can be hurt by somebody, and Alexis P, you are probably one of the greatest examples of somebody who has the ability to go into fucking everybody's chats. You never say anything, or at least that I've ever seen. I've never seen a mean word come out of your mouth ever, or out of your fingers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a neutral person, and it's crazy. I think a lot more people should be like you. Because I see you in everybody's chats, and I'm like, she's able to just be there, not have judgments on other people. You know, just because a creator is talking about a person, that doesn't mean that you have to join in their chat, you know, and start talking about the person. Thank you, Harley. Have you ever just sat back and thought about all this? People fighting with people we don't even really truly know. It's kind of twisted. Yeah, IBL, it is. That's what I'm saying. It is kind of twisted. You know, like, there's like new characters being added in. It's like a fucking soap opera. Like, there's just like a constant fucking whirlwind of craziness. I see you guys as individuals. Hold on, I want to read Alexis's piece because she's definitely somebody I respect. I see you guys as individuals, and you're unique. Hold on. Unique in your own way. I love you guys for your qualities, and thank you guys for your courage. No problem, Alexis P. You know what I wanted to talk about, and on a live, totally changing the subject. Did put a 1 in the chat if you read the Chris Watts book, the new one that just came out. If you were interested in that, I want to see how many people read it. Yeah, Tawanda, yeah, as the YouTube turns, it's like just crazy. Okay, Sarah read it. Have you ever explained? No, Nenny, I don't even think I would, because I'm like, people would think I'm fucking crazy. I do. I talked to my cousin about it. I mean, I don't get into like great detail, but sometimes she'll see my lives and she'll be like, what happened? And I'll tell her. And she's like, I don't think she like could even comprehend, because it's like so crazy. I read parts. Yeah, Julie A, I never wanted to fucking light a book on fire after I read it so badly in my life. In fact, I just never wanted to. I really literally wanted to take that book and just light it up in a fire, because it was so fucking disturbing. Now this fucking asshole's behind me knocking. Hopefully scared him. Thank you. The Chris Watts book, Shannon, it was written by this random woman who just, I guess, had an interest in the case. I don't even know her story all too well, but I read it, and I have to actually finish the last couple of pages, but I skipped 2 chapters because I kind of skimmed through them. I shouldn't say I skipped them because it was just like reiterating shit that I already knew. So I was like, I don't need to read this. It was like the discovery and, that kind of shit. But I can't. I don't know if everybody here knows, but like I did question this guy's guilt in the beginning. I don't know why. I'd never done this before, like in my life. But I guess it was because I watched Shannan's videos and I just saw like I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. Or maybe my mind just didn't want to accept that this normal, completely normal looking guy did such a horrible thing to his family, and I don't know. I did question it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I mean, obviously, since like all the evidence and stuff has come out, he's a piece of shit. And I still can't wrap my mind around it because I'm just like, what? Like, I know that he had that girlfriend, fine, but like, did you really? Like, I just don't. What would make somebody who supposedly has an IQ of 140 just do this and actually think he could fucking get away with it or that it was gonna somehow work? Like, reading that book though, I still don't think we have the full story. I don't even think that's like a small fraction of the story because I think he's holding back because, probably in order to tell the story in its full truth, he needs to really, really be like 100% honest about his family life and his marriage. And I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he's being honest because nobody's fucking life is perfect. Nobody's marriage is perfect. I mean, he does like make small acknowledgments about things, but and at the same time, he probably doesn't want to blame her or sound like he's blaming her. But I think it would be nice to hear the truth because a lot of people deal with those issues in their marriage. Money's an issue, and you know, it's just crazy. Yeah, Kalea, you're still questioning everything. See, I still am too because I felt like that book the book. If you guys like don't want me to talk about it, I'm sorry. I like close out because this will probably be a spoiler alert, but it left me with more questions than answers. And he's this whole God thing and like he's blaming demons and shit. And I'm just like, I don't know. I do believe in like spiritual shit. Like there's definitely ghosts. I do believe that, you know. I don't think they're ghosts. I think they're like energies. I think you could still feel people's energy even when they're not here. And things happen that can only be explained by a ghost. I've had a couple of encounters in my life where things have happened that there's just no other explanation. There's no other explanation. It's what he thinks people will believe, not the truth. Yeah, Amanda, probably. That's probably it. Because it's like he's this whole religion thing and like he thinks that he's helping people. I'm like, this guy has not fucking dealt any this guy has not dealt with this shit in any way, shape, or form, like at all. Like he has not dealt with what he did clearly. So I think he got into God and Jesus and all this shit because it was like maybe that's what he needed at the time to forgive himself, which I don't even know how you can. But like there's no remorse, man. The lights are on, but this guy is not home, dude. He is fucking. You read these letters and there's just it's creepy as fuck. It's really unsettling that this guy thinks that just because he picked up a Bible one day and remembered a bunch of fucking Bible verses, that all of a sudden he's like atoned for his crime. I mean, I don't even understand it. And his fucking explanation for things just do not make any sense whatsoever. The one question that's not answered that I feel like she should have asked, let me back that up. And I'm not putting in, no offense to the author. I just feel like personally, if you were going to sit down and write a book about this, okay, your research time should have been over a year. You should not have jumped and wrote this book because I feel like he knew the book was being written. So how many months went by? I don't even think it was like a full 6 months that she actually took to write this book. But you only got a couple of letters from this guy. And I don't think it was enough to fill a book up and really explain everything. I feel like if she would have continued researching like she was doing, then she probably could have gotten to like the real true story, because you know that's when you start asking questions and then you pick up inconsistencies and you're able to start piecing together the story. Like I would have liked to see her put a theory together at the end. I don't think she did that. Like I said, I didn't read. They called him Rain Man. Yeah, that's right, Alley Cat. He does acknowledge that I guess at some point she wrote to him and told him about Asperger's. And so he does acknowledge that that sounds like something he could possibly, you know, have. But I don't know. I don't know. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy. And I know so many people are like, no, he doesn't have, you know, Asperger's. You don't think so either, I'm Amanda, huh? I think he definitely had some social issues. I don't know if he could be Asperger's, but there's a definite fucking lack of emotion from this guy, like all over. I mean, he writes pretty decently, like for you know who he is, but I don't know. I don't think he had. Ooh, no, he had no emotions. He said that he had no remorse after the crime. He said he had no remorse. Like it didn't even faze him, and I'm just like, how the fuck could you not? I don't know. How did you do that? Like, how did that become the answer? I just don't get it. I don't think I don't think he's anything other wait, I don't think he's anything other than an introvert. Yeah, he might be. That is disgusting. But Chris Watts, how disgustingly sick and psychotic his mind is when he said he was upset. Which hold on, Shannan, because she fell. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Yeah, you're right. That was gross. She's saying that he was mad at Shanann because she fell in the grave wrong. I think he was kind of just going on like, I'm mad at this and I'm mad at that. And he was just like talking about how he's angry with everything. But the part I just don't understand is, why do the kids have to die? I just don't get that. Why couldn't he just kill her? Not that she deserved it. I'm not saying that. But like, why couldn't he just, why did those poor innocent kids? Why? You know, husbands and wives, unfortunately, you know, obviously, because the fucking Dateline wouldn't exist if husbands and wives didn't kill each other. But like, it happens a lot, and because there's a lot of emotion there and there's arguments and there's things that they've done to each other to hurt each other and you know things to that nature. But the kids, I just can't wrap my mind around that. Like they were just collateral damage in this fucking. What makes me sick too is that in this book they include this fucking Christmas letter that he wrote to his kids, and it is so fucking disturbing. And that's the point where I said I'm fucking burning this shit, but I promised it to somebody to read. So I can't. Thank you, science girl. Like, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, he's talking about how him and the kids will be together again one day. I'm like, dude, you're going to hell, buddy. You're not going to heaven. You are not going to see those kids. I don't give a shit how many times you read the Bible, or how many fucking Bible verses you memorize. You're going to hell in a handbag. Like you're not going to fucking heaven with your children. I hope to God, if that's what heaven's like, if they allow that shit, don't send me there, because I'll be pissed off in heaven, and then it won't be heaven anymore. That's sick, motherfucker. Like he's writing letters to them, and then he's talking about how he reads to them. I don't know. It's like so creepy. And again, I don't think this guy is fully accepted. If you guys don't care, put it one in the tags. I want to give you guys a spoiler, because there was this one part, or for anybody that just doesn't feel like buying the fucking book, because I think it's been long enough now if people are going to buy it. Put a one in the chat if you don't want me to spoil it. All right, Becky. Could you do earmuffs? Because there's a part in the book that I found really interesting. I do. All right, you want to order it. Okay, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Spill it, LOL. Oh, you want me to spill it? Okay. So there's this part where he's talking about how, like, he acknowledges through the whole entire book that there's this, like, evil entity that got a hold of him. And he explains that it came over him about around the same time Shanann left to go to her parents' house, okay? In North Carolina. And he says this evil entity came over him. And this is crazy. So he doesn't really discuss too much how it came into his life or anything like that, but whatever. So then after that, he felt like he just couldn't stop. That was like all he was thinking of. He claims that when he went to North Carolina, he gave her that painkiller to induce a what do you call it? Miscarriage, which I don't even know how that would even do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know why he thought that would do that. Like, go get a plan B or something, which is sick anyway. But he said that this evil entity, like, there were so many times where he had chances to get out of this or to not do it, but he said this evil thing, whatever it was following him, okay? After the murders, that night, I think the first night when when they were like their first day missing, he slept in the house that night, and he said, I don't remember if he said he had all the lights off or he had all the lights on. I forget which way it was, but it doesn't really matter. I think it was off. I think he said he had all the lights off in the house except for wherever room he was in. And he says he woke up the next day and the whole entire house was like the opposite of how it was left. So in other words, if he had all the lights off, every light in the house was on. Like every single light in the house was on. And this has been supposedly reported by neighbors too, that this has happened where, people will be at the house, they'll turn off all the lights, and then like hours later, all the lights will be back on in the house and shit. I don't, whether that's true or not, I don't know, whatever. I do think that they had one of those like smart houses, so maybe there was some type of glitch in the system, who knows. So then he goes into like, this is over the course of a couple of letters. And the other thing that's really sucks about this book is that she didn't include in the book the actual physical copies of the letters themselves. Like, don't you want to see that? Like, I want to see his handwriting. I want to analyze that shit. I've read tons of crime books, and there's never been one crime book that I read that did not have pictures, some type of evidence, in the book. So that was a little disappointing about the book too. But anyway, so he says when this evil entity actually left him, okay, he goes into jail. I think it was the first night. And he's laying they put him in this thing called the turtle suit. And that's what they put you in when you're in suicide watch. They take all your clothes off. And it's basically like, I think it's like a paper gown or some shit like that. And, you're in a room with this thin little mattress and that's it. And so he said at night, lights out and the whole place is pitch black dark and he's sleeping and all of a sudden he sees like these like, I don't know if he heard something or he saw something, but he looked up and he saw these two, things standing across from him and the eyes were red. And as he finally like focused in on it, he realized that it was like his grandparents. I don't know if it was his grandparents or maybe even his great grandparents. And they were like motioning for him to come towards them. And he said he just started crying and all this crazy shit. Now, this makes me wonder if this guy was using drugs, because to me, it sounds like he was withdrawing from something and quite possibly hallucinating. Maybe he was addicted to painkillers. Maybe that's why he had them. I don't know. Something just isn't adding up here. He's leaving out some huge part to the story. I don't know if he was using drugs. He was never evaluated. He was never mentally evaluated, and he was never, I mean, I don't know if they drug tested him. I think they do, because I think that's kind of like a standard thing when you go into, thank you, Karen, when you go into jail. So he's saying that these entities were there, and they were there for a while, and then, this is the part where things just start getting a little too fucking Hollywood movie script for me, He's like, yeah, and then there's, somebody had given him a Bible or some shit, and he started reading the Bible, and then all of a sudden one night, he's in his cell again, and he sees this entity again with the red eyes and all this shit, blah, 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 motioning to come, and then, like, all of a sudden the next day, that was it. It was gone. And I'm like, wow, that was it? Like, that's it? They just came one night and then they were gone like that? Like, they came in, made sure you killed your family, and then they were just like, all right, bye. What? So unsatisfying. I wanted to know. Like, this sounds like a movie. I'm sorry. This sounds like some kind of movie. No, KT. When people when they don't realize, even when they go interview some of these prisoners, a lot of these people are fucking psychotic, sociopaths, whatever, antisocial, and they have nothing to fucking do while they're in jail or prison. And so toying with people is one of the things that psychopaths, narcissists, whatever, sociopaths is one of their like favorite things to do, is to just fuck with people and to lie and to make stories up. And I really feel like he's making this whole fucking thing up because it just doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. I mean, like, I do believe in like dark spirits and shit, but like, I don't think that a dark spirit could come into your life, force you to kill your family, and then all of a sudden, you read the Bible and it's like, oh, all right, bye, we'll see you later. You believe in God now? All right, it was good knowing you. Thanks for killing your family. Like, it doesn't work like that. I feel like if a dark spirit gets a hold on you, it gets a fucking tight grip on you and it stays with you for a long time. You don't just get rid of it by reading the fucking Bible. It's not how it works. Not that I'm an expert of getting rid of dark spirits or anything, but you guys know what I'm saying. Did you ever watch the movie? What movie? I feel like it's all a big excuse, and then I feel like this God thing, like, feels like he's helping the world, spreading the word of Jesus, like he's gonna become a fucking priest or a pastor or a minister or whatever the hell you call it. And no. Like, no. It's really bizarre. It's just I do think it's worth reading, but it's like, I don't know. It's just really bizarre because, I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like it is kind of interesting to get into these people's minds, even if it makes no sense to you, because you could clearly see there's something wrong with this guy. I mean, there's something wrong with him mentally, because you could see it in his writing. It's just very weird. And the way he jumps from like one subject, like he's talking about the murders, and then all of a sudden he'll just like end that and go into like, oh yeah, so at lunch, they gave us tacos or something. Like, it's like, it's well deserved that trial. We deserve that trial. Becky, what? His trial? I think that trial would have been a complete shit show. Complete shit show. Black Eagle, yeah, he has a very flat affect. Very. There's some interesting little details that I can't remember that he added, but like nothing, that he really like that. I don't know. Nothing that we didn't 90% of the book we've heard all this shit already, so there was a couple of little details that he changed, or I don't know. I still don't think it's the full story. I don't care what he says. I don't, that woman, I listened on Kay's channel because, Kay interviewed her and the author, and she was saying that, she's like, this is it. This is the truth. And if you're satisfied with that, that's great. But I'm not. I'm not satisfied with this story. And I don't think at this point I care to even hear what the real story is, because I don't think we'll ever actually get the 100% truth, real story out of him. One thing that did surprise me in the book was that he had to speak with Shannan's dad, I believe it was, over the house or something with the will or estate or something like that. I don't know if they had wills. Maybe it was just something with the estate. And the parents, I mean, Shannan's family, they have to be, I don't know if they have to be, I don't know if it's the religion or it's just them, like, they are very forgiving, and I don't know how. I really don't. I don't know if I could ever forgive somebody who did that to my family. So much is hidden in Chris's lie after lie. Yeah, exactly, Kalea. It's just lie after lie after lie after lie. Yeah, they forgive him. Supposedly on the phone, I think it was Shannan's dad said to him, we still love you or something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's like crazy. He took life for somebody. What do you mean? Yes, yes, that was the most heartbreaking thing to hear, how he still loved Chris. Yeah, Crazy Mama 3. It's just like that. I don't know how people could. I don't know. I actually can't even watch that movie ever again. The last time was it, and I watched it during the day. Which movie is that, Cat's Meow? I'm missing like tons of chat here. Okay, all right, I'm Amanda. You know, this is definitely, that case just threw me for a loop. It really did. That was definitely one of the weirdest cases I've ever followed. I don't know if I got like sucked in, like I don't even know. I don't know why I question this guy's guilt. Because what's really funny is like my initial instinct watching him on that video the day that when he went on the news, I watched the shit out of those videos when they first happened. I just kept watching it over and over and over again. I'm just like looking, like studying him. And my initial thing was this guy's guilty as fuck. I mean, you could tell he didn't do a very good job of covering it up in the it's not that I questioned his guilt. I just questioned if maybe his story was true that he originally told. I knew I always thought he was guilty of killing at least Shannan. You know, I questioned if he killed the kids, but I do think he did, and I don't know why. I just can't wrap my mind around it. Yeah, I'd never been in a YouTube live until this case. Yeah, well, pretty much me. Oh, wait, hold on. The movie about the scary. Oh, Cat's Meow, Amityville Horror House. Yes. I've been past that several times. I remember when I was in my driver's ed class, we drove all, like that was one of like the last things we did in driver's ed was we drove past the house because it wasn't the last thing. What am I saying? It was probably like in the middle of the course because it was October when we went there. That was why we went. It was like right near Halloween. Yeah, I don't the house like doesn't the house just looks like a regular house now. It's not even like there's nothing spectacular about it. But I would definitely never move into that fucking house, that's for sure. I don't even think I would move into like that block or anything. That movie terrified me as a kid. Yeah, I remember seeing it when I was younger, and I did not like watching scary movies at all when I was a kid. Like, I would fucking have nightmares for months and be like scared to sleep. And I'm talking like when I was like a teenager still. Like, I mean, it was bad. They postponed the sale. Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh, you're talking about Shanann's house, Kristen Shanann's house. Yeah, I heard that it got postponed again. Now, is his mother coming out with a book? Because I did see somebody posted a picture about, I mean, a video about her possibly coming out with a book. I don't know. Children of the Corn. Oh my God. Yeah. Remember that other one? What was that movie? April Fool's Day. That one was scary too. They have until the wrongful death is settled. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense, Pugs. That makes perfect sense because the house would kind of be part of that, most likely. It's just so sad. I'm like, why couldn't you just let the kids go? I mean, if you really felt like you had to kill your wife, not that I'm saying she deserved it because she didn't, because that would have ruined the kids' lives anyway if the mother, you know. But I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand the kids. I just cannot fucking like as much as my son pisses me off and annoys me sometimes, like I just can't that thought of harming him in any way, I just can't even fucking wrap my mind around it. The Shining, yes, that movie was so fucking scary. Red Rum. Is that what? Yeah, that's The Shining, right? Todd is always a roller coaster ride. Todd's in here. The Todd. Oh, there he is. The Todd. He's here. Nightmare. Yeah, KCC. I hate that movie. I hate Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was so fucking like my worst nightmare when I was a kid. One of my cousins was deathly afraid of Chucky, and it was so funny because we used to torture her with it. Like, my older cousin had a Chucky doll, and so every time we were like, didn't want her around, we would like be like, here, Chucky's coming to get you, and she'd fucking run. She'd take off. She'd be like crying. I hate Dracula movies. Yeah, some of them are fucking boring. I watched how did I end up watching this somehow? Oh, the first Dracula movie. It was on YouTube called what is it, Nosferatu or some shit like that. I don't know why, but I watched it one day. It's a silent movie, but it was pretty cool actually. I actually thought it was cool. Now only movies if you don't want. Hills have eyes. I'm afraid of being stuck in the middle of nowhere. That's interesting. Thank you, Truth Teller 04. I was in love. Wait, what were you in love with? Is it good? It's good they're trying to look at it that way too. The hate for murdering hate for someone murdering your child and their grandbabies would drag them way down and they would become a shell of a person. Yeah, Alexis P, that's probably what it is. I remember reading Sky Hughes, who is the friend of Travis Alexander. I remember reading her, they wrote a book after he passed away, after the trial and everything. And I remember one of the things that she said that really stuck out to me was that she was like, I had to forgive Jody because if I didn't, like, you know, she was occupying so much space in my head that she didn't deserve. And so I had to forgive her because I didn't want her occupying that space in my head. You know, I don't want to think about her anymore. So I had to just forgive her so I could forget her. And I'm like, that really does make sense. Like, if you think about it, I wish I could word it the same way she did, but it was the way she worded it. It was like, okay, I used to go camping. Oh, there really was a Crystal Lake. I didn't even know that. I unsubscribed, so now you have 4,900. Really, Cotton Patch? You're 100 people. You have 100 profiles. Thank you. I was waiting for that to happen. I was like, I don't even want to jinx myself, but here's the evidence. I did reach 5,000. So if I'm 4,998 tomorrow, you guys know what happened. Do you remember Something Is Wrong? Yeah, Connie, I do remember that. I actually watched that. That is one of the most just bizarre accidents that's happened on Long Island. Besides the friggin' serial killer that's never been goddamn caught, which is a whole nother travesty. I was obsessed with the serial killer case, like obsessed. I mean, I joined Web Sleuths and I was in there and I'm trying to read, you know, a lot of the people in there. I don't know. I didn't like it. I got out of there after a while. First of all, they're really mean, Web Sleuths. I don't know if anybody here has ever joined Web Sleuths, but like the people in there are just like so, like, they're just assholes. They're very strict. You know, you cannot talk about, there's like so many rules in the chats. You can't talk about things. You can't post certain things. It's just like, it's too much. But some of the people in there, like, they'll really condescending if you don't know what's going on. Yeah, Tiffany Marie. Well, I mean, it does, the whole thing scares me, but I mean, I think we're okay. We're not hookers. Well, you're okay, but because you don't live on Long Island, but you know, it's so scary because it's just so sad. These families are never gonna get answers, and this guy is still lurking out there somewhere. He's still out there, and who knows? He could be still doing what he's doing. There's so many different theories. Like, that was the one thing Web Crims was good for. I mean, if you want to read and get a ton of information about a case, I mean, not Web Crims, sorry, Web Sleuths. That's the one thing that it's good for because you can get like tons of information. But there's so many theories on this case, the Long Island serial killer case, that I just don't agree with. They first of all, if you guys don't know the story, I'll just tell you real quick because this all happened because this girl, Shannan Gilbert, went missing, okay? She was an escort. She was hired to do a party or something at this house in Fire Island, okay? So anybody's not familiar with Long Island, like Long Island looks like a big fish, and then there's like this little strip of islands right below our shores, okay? And they call it Fire Island. And to get there, you know, you have to to get to like the real Fire Island, you have to take a ferry, but there's a beach where there's a bridge that goes across, and that's called Oak Beach. And then there's like Cedar Beach and whatever. That's like somewhere in the middle of the island. This is where this is located, but all the way on the South Shore. And so you have to be loaded to fucking live in one of these houses. I'm gonna let Snoop out. I'm just gonna take you guys with me because now I want to smoke a cigarette. But anyway, you have to be loaded to fucking, you guys see my lights? You have to be loaded to live in this area. Should I bring my charger? Hold on. So the girl went there and it's very desolate, this area. There's nothing around. I mean, it's literally houses and the ocean and then highways. There's one highway on the strip called the Ocean Parkway. Hold on. Let me just go get this fucking asshole. go live on it today. So there's nothing around though. If you go on Fire Island, there's no, oh shit, where's my bathroom? I forgot it. There's no stores. There's no 7-Elevens. There's no gas stations. Nothing. When you cross that bridge, it's only houses and beach and dunes. Oh wait, hold on. I hope I don't fucking lose my connection. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah, exactly. Especially in the off season. So she went down in May, which technically would be considered the off season because most people go down there in the summer. Some people live down there full time because if you cross the bridge, I mean, there's a gas station, you know, when you cross the bridge, but there are some people that live in this area. So she goes to the house or whatever, the John calls her, and they don't know if she was doing drugs or whatever happened, but she came running out of the house. She had a guy drive her there. I think she was from Jersey. I'm pretty sure she was, you know, hired as an escort, I think from Jersey on Craigslist. And she came all the way out here with a driver, and she's in the house, and next thing they know, the guys like kicked her out of the house or something. I don't know. And she went out of the house screaming. Nobody really knows exactly what happened. I don't realize they never caught. Yeah, KCC never caught. So she ran out of the house screaming, and she knocked on this neighbor's door named Gus Coletti. He opens the door. He's this old guy. You know, he's like, I think he was like I don't know if he was an ex-cop or, you know, military or something like that. He tells her to come in and that he's going to call the police. And then all of a sudden she just takes off and she keeps running. This is like sounds like a movie, right? It sounds like this isn't even real. And she literally disappeared into thin air. They never found her. So I was in May, I believe, of 2010, I'm pretty sure. And then a year later, they're still searching for this girl, you know, and they can't find her. And they go there's this guy doing a training exercise with a dog, and they're walking down the road, the one highway that's on this island. I can't find my lighter, of course, because, you know, why would I be able to find it? Anyway, I just had to go upstairs. So, sorry, you guys are coming on a little walk with me. So they can't find this girl, and I'm sorry, hold on. Let me find my lighter so I can actually concentrate on what I'm saying. Where the fuck is it? Do you guys do this? Does anybody smoke fucking lose their lighters? Like, you know how many lighters a day I lose? It's probably like a sign from God that I should quit smoking, but hold on. Huh. How do you like that? I just fucking had it too. It was in my pocket. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. I put it down on my table. All right. So anyway, there's this cop, and he's doing a police exercise with this dog down this highway, and all of a sudden the dog picks up on a scent, and they find a pile of human remains, right? So then after that, and I remember when this hit the news, it was friggin' like they found one pile and then they found another pile. Hold on, I'm just putting you guys down so I can put my bathrobe on, or my sweater rather. They just kept finding remains. And I believe they found, I don't know if it was like 10 sets originally or 8 sets, all women, buried about, I don't know, 500 yards away from one another or 50 yards, whatever it was. I forget the exact distance. And by the time they identified them, I think it was 8 girls. I can't remember. I read the fucking book. I just have such a bad memory for those kind of details. Anyway, they left the girl. Yes, there's a baby and a transvestite. So they found all these girls. They identified them, and it ends up that they're all online escorts. And one of the girls, the killer, actually called her family and taunted them. Like, he called the sister and was like, you know, I killed your sister, and you know, this whole big thing. They tried tracing the calls back, and one of them hit in Times Square, which is like, you might as well, you know, that's like a needle in a haystack at that point. I mean, you could go get fucking video footage from every store in Times Square. You know how busy that place is? And they purposely probably placed these calls from there because of that. And then I think the other one was pinged off of a tower in Massapequa, which is in, out on Long Island. It's like in what they call Nassau County. But they never solved it. So I don't think so that wait, let me back that up. The Shannan Gilbert girl who went missing originally, they don't know if she's tied with cigarette break, exactly, Love House. They don't know if she's really tied with the other girls because they did, and now it took a year. I don't know if it was like a year or two later after they found all the other remains. They ended up finally finding her remains, which was in this totally separate area. I forgot to mention this part. All the remains that they found, so they were all scattered along this highway. And it's like, to be honest with you, if you're from Long Island, that's probably the only place that you could bury a body besides out east. There's what we call the Pine Barrens, but it's called, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's just called the Woods in Manorville. And, there's been bodies found in there over the years, but this one stretch of land is like the perfect place if you want to dump a body because nobody's ever there. It's literally like there's a road and then there's like about, I don't know, 100, 200 feet of, marsh and grass. And then it goes right into the bay, so there's no reason for anybody to be in that area walking around. It was a freak thing that cop was there that day with his dog and they were doing that training exercise. So the first original girls, they were found on the side of the road. And this girl, Shannan Gilbert, she was found on the opposite side of the road of those girls in this like marshland where it was like swampy. And they have no idea if they were connected. They ruled her death dying of natural causes. They think that she ran that night and got, stuck or something, drowned. They don't even know. They really don't know. So, I mean, not natural causes. I think would they rule it? I forgot the exact word that they used. They say she drowned, but then, so the girl Shannan Gilbert's mother was fighting like tooth and nail. She hired this attorney. This attorney is like all over this case. A lot of people think all the people that were involved in that night that was at that guy's house, they all, have alibis apparently, and they've been ruled out. So there was one guy, this doctor, this crazy doctor that lived over there that got himself involved in this case when the girl went missing. He called the mother and he told the mother, oh yeah, I talked to your daughter and whatever. There was he ran a house for wayward girls or some shit. And then he denied saying that. I don't know. This guy, I think he was just a busybody and he inserted himself in this case. It's a really weird story. Worth a read. There's a book called Lost Girls. Don't listen to vaping. Don't listen to the vaping being safe. Yeah, cotton patch. I don't believe that it's safe either. There's so many chemicals in that shit. I think cigarettes are probably safer than vaping. I don't even like it. Oh, shit. I don't even like the vaping anyway. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah, the mom believes it was him. So she hired the lawyer. And actually, I think it was like a couple of months ago. There was a court like ruled that they have to release, the police have to release the 911 tape from that night. Because when she ran, she was on the phone with 911 for 20 minutes that night. And they still haven't released those tapes. So nobody knows what happened to that girl. And they're like, oh, we don't want to, release it because it's still an active investigation. It's been fucking over 10 years now. I think it's time to start asking for the public's help with this shit. Hold on. Ooh. I almost just hit you, crazy mama of three, by accident. Sorry if it... Yeah. His pacemaker. Yeah, Becky P, that's right. They have the video on YouTube. They went to go, like, talk to him, and he's like, like, fucking falling. That guy's a weirdo. Come on, you asshole. God, do you guys see how annoying this dog is? It's like having a fucking infant. Come on. Just sit down. Why do you have to be annoying? God almighty. Yeah, they have to release it. They have to release the 911 tapes. But of course, Suffolk County cops, which is where I live, they're corrupt, man. They're so corrupt. If back in the day, if you guys ever heard of the Marty Tankliff case, it's just, there's so much corruption, so much. A lot of people think it's this cop. They think that the serial killer is this cop called, his name was James Burke. I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody that they don't even know who it is. I don't think it's a cop. I don't think it's any of the people that are involved. And I don't think that the girl Shannan Gilbert, I don't think she was killed by the serial killer. What are you barking at, dude? Seriously? Snoop, you were like so annoying. Really? You're barking at pretzels. That's, oh my god, my nose is like running. Yeah, the Martin Tankleff was riddled with fucking corruption. Marty Tankleff. Laura actually interviewed him once. But the interview is really horrible. I don't know. Not because of anything she did. There was some kind of sound quality issue when they were on the phone. It's 69 in Florida. Yesterday it was freaking almost 70 degrees here. It was like cold and rainy, but I mean not cold. It was windy, really windy and rainy. Joe Rifkin, yeah. And then there's another person that they were looking into who's called, his name is John Bitteroff. Bitroff or something like that. Dude, go lay down. This guy, he actually, I can't close this door. That's so annoying because I know my internet signal is gonna. Fucking door, come out, you asshole! Stop, He's like right up my ass, 24/7. Holy shit. Yeah, John Bitroff. Okay, so this guy, he's a carpenter who lives out in Manorville, which is where some of the remains were found. Because there was one set of remains that they found, that there was remains in Manorville in the woods, and then there was remains on Fire Island, which are two totally opposite areas. Dude, could you stop annoying me? Holy shit. So, this guy, this is crazy. They just caught this guy, I think, a couple of years ago. Some guy got arrested, right? And they found, I think he had an assault arrest or something. I don't know. If you're a violent offender, you have to give a sample of DNA. So this guy, you know, gets arrested or whatever he had to do, and he goes and gives a sample of his DNA. Snoop, shut the fuck up, seriously. I'm going to kill you right now. So it's worse than having a kid. Like, look at this. Yeah, hi, how? Can I help you? You're right in my face. Now you're trying to fight the phone out of my hand. Get out of here. Dude, like, this is ridiculous. This is not normal. Stop, it's so late. People are sleeping, Snoop. Have some respect. Look at this. Like, this is not fucking normal. Needy as fuck is an understatement. Look at this. He wants me to scratch his ass. So he bumps his butt on my chair. He does, like, these stupid bump butts. All right, Snoop. Holy shit. So freaking annoying. This is all the time, too. Anytime I go anywhere. And if I'm on the phone with people, he's, like, jealous that I'm, like, not paying attention to him. Anyway, all right, Snoop, I'm not petting you all fucking night. Like, it's just not happening. Holy shit. Yeah, KCC, I wish he was a cat. His head is so forceful, this dog. His head is so strong. Like, his neck, it's like, he could literally probably break my arm with his neck. And now, look. He bumps the chair with his fucking butt. Crazy motherfucker, watch. Go ahead, Snoop. Do the butt bumps. Let's see if he does it. Alright. Anyway. So this guy, John Bitteroff, the brother gets arrested. This guy gets arrested. They take his DNA and they run it through the database. And they find that it partially matches, you know, DNA from a murder scene from the early 90s or mid 90s or something like that. So they figured it had to be somebody that this guy is related to. It's not him, but it's somebody that he's related to. And so they started following, I think he had like two brothers or something. So they started following him, you know, the two brothers or one brother. I forget exactly what it was. And they took his cigarette butt. He flicked a cigarette butt one day. And they took his cigarette butt and they tested it, and his DNA matched this murder scene from the fucking early 1990s perfectly. And so obviously they brought him in for questioning. You know, they were like offering him like water and drinks and whatever else to get his DNA again. And, you know, just to 100% make sure it was him whose DNA that they had. And sure enough, it was. Snoop, stop. And he ended up getting caught. So both of the women that he killed were hookers. And this guy was living in this beautiful house. I mean, like one of those houses that you drive by and you're like, oh, I wish that was my house. Like, it's just like new and, 2 stories and just like big, He was living in this nice area. He was a carpenter. He had like 2 kids, a wife. 30 years this guy got away with these fucking murders, killing 2 women, prostitutes, in his like early 20s. And like, of course all the neighbors are like, he's the nicest guy, Well, I guess not, right? So they were looking to see if that guy was the serial killer too. They always offer that water. Becky P. Yeah, they do. You're right. They do. But I think they needed to get his DNA. I remember reading the article, and that's what they were saying. They had a cigarette butt, and I guess they just wanted to confirm, which they should have just asked him, because they could do that too. Ask him to submit to a DNA test. They're trying to use 5 deaths from people who died who vaped, big tobacco government in each other's pockets. Oh, Tiffany, so what are you saying? You're saying that, like, the research is bullshit? But aren't, like, the vapes... Well, I guess not all of them. Because don't, like, the major cigarette companies have vapes? Like, don't they have vape juice? They're trying to outlaw flavored vape juice here. I know that. It's always something. I have not quit. I am dying. I know. I keep saying I had to quit, and I just never get around to it. Crazy Bob at 3. I'm glad I had to go outside, though, because I probably fucking smoked less. Imagine if I smoked... Ugh. My parents smoked in the house when I was a kid. It's disgusting. All my friends' parents used to complain when they would go home, like, because their shit would smell like cigarettes. Do you like cats or dogs? Me? I like dogs. I'm not a cat person. I don't care for cats. I mean, they're cute and everything, but, like, just, they're not the type of animal I would want to have. To be honest with you, I'm really creeped. I hate their claws. That's why I don't like them. I just hate them. I know you could get them declawed, but if cats didn't have the claws, I might have one. But Leanna, did they outlife? They did. Oh, okay. All right, Mary. That makes sense. New York sucks, man. It really does. It's starting to be like a place that just... There's so many fucking laws, bullshit laws here. Declawing is cruel. Yeah, Purple Rain, that's why I would never do that. Because they need them. That's like part of, like, I don't know. They like to claw on things and sharpen them and hunt and, like, I don't know. I would never do that. I'm just saying. I know you can, but I would never do that. Mary, you have 6? Holy shit. See, cats are easier, though. I'll say that. Like, they're easier to take care of, obviously. This dog is so fucking needy. I never had a dog like this before. He's like a Velcro dog. Not Yonkers. I love dogs. I've always had dogs my whole entire life. I was telling Mary it was funny because where I was sitting, all I seen was this muffin moving. What? Caps work great. I use them on my... What's a monster? Pugs. You have ferrets? My neighbor used to have one of those. Those are cool. I want a monkey. I want a monkey so bad. I want a monkey. I want a monkey. I want a macaque. I love monkeys. I fucking love monkeys. They're so freaking cool. I could seriously just go to the zoo and watch the monkeys the whole fucking day. I just think they're so fascinating to watch. Stop growling, you fucking annoying asshole. This is what he does. He just stands there and growls at me. And then, look at his tail. Little fucking nubby tail. Oh, I don't know if you guys were able to see that. Your mom had a monkey? No way. I used to watch this channel on here. The girl had the monkey. Shh. And she was so cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. You have a monkey on a farm? My husband would never let me have a fucking monkey because they're pretty crazy. But they're so freaking cute. They're so cute. I just think they're the most adorable fucking things ever. Have you heard the 911 call? The lady whose monkey tore her friend's face off. Oh, sweet Melissa, I remember that. I remember that. I remember when they, what was it? It was a chimpanzee. Fucking ripped that lady's face off. And I remember they did like, wasn't that woman like the first like successful full face transplant? Dude, this fucking dog, I swear. Go lay down. You're annoying the shit out of me. Oh my God. He like doesn't want me standing up. Go lay down. Go. Holy shit. He's like a stage 5 clinger, I swear. Stage 5 Hummer. Yeah, that was terrible. Imagine that. Imagine like your friend comes over and that happens to her. Like your fucking monkey legit rips her face off. Like how do you even like live with yourself after that? Howard Stern has 20 foster cats. Holy shit. Yeah, but he probably has a huge fucking house. Oh my God, my dogs do the same thing. Yeah, Bodhi, that's exactly it. He would probably crawl in my skin if he could. Those big monkeys are so strong. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd want a little one, like a little macaque. I love the long-tail macaques or crab-eating macaques, whatever you call them. Those are my favorite. They're so cute. Yeah, Mary, yeah. I remember she was on I think it was on the Today Show. They like revealed her face and it was like, ooh, but it wasn't even her face. She got a fucking face transplant from somebody else. Like it's a whole different face, I think. It's so scary. That shit freaks me out. Imagine like that's like because it's somebody who died. They take somebody who died's face and put it on a person who's living. That like imagine that shit. That's so creepy. Wait, hold on. Amazing. Wow, they should do a study. It was on that show. Yeah. This fucking dog, I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God. Snoop, enough. Come on, you asshole. Holy shit. I've never seen anything like this. You were like so annoying. Just sit down, you nervous Nelly. Oh, look, guys. It's all dark. No more grave. My whole cemetery's gone. My husband took it down. I woke up before, like this morning. I was like, where the fuck is my graveyard? He's good like that, I guess. How long do you guys keep your Christmas decorations up? I'm curious. Because I usually leave mine up till January 6th, which is like Little Christmas. Like it's an Italian thing, or All Saints Day. Something like that. I know some people that take them down like the day after Christmas. I'm like, there's this one woman I'm friends with on Facebook. She takes her tree down Christmas night. I'm like, why? Why would you do such a thing? I can't wait to decorate. Oh, I gotta show you guys what I got tonight. Hold on. Check this out. You guys are gonna be like, man, you have problems. After the New Year, yeah. January 5th is the Italian thing, right? I thought it was the 6th. Hold on a second. 3 Kings Day, January. Yup. Most people do that. It's like, who wants to be bothered Christmas Day? Check this out. I bought this at Home Depot. It's fucking 6 feet tall. I love nutcrackers. I have like a nutcracker obsession. I got those, and then I got these. Not this. This is for a birthday party. I think I'm gonna put lights on these, and then like hang them on my house. I have like a giant wreath, so I think I'm gonna put lights around them and like hang them on the siding. That's on my. I showed you guys this, right? My little thing. I gotta take this shit down tomorrow. I'm sick of looking at it. Isn't this thing awesome though? I love these things. Fucking 6 feet tall. It's like as tall as my husband. That's crazy. It was only $129, and that's the only reason I bought it. I'm like, only. That's kind of expensive for something that you're only gonna put on your lawn for a month. But I liked it. Just leave me alone, alright? I have impulse control. Come on, you idiot. Oh, crazy mom of 3. I wish I had a fireplace so bad. My mom had one. We had one growing up, so like we did the whole, stockings hanging near the chimney with care. No, you know, like we had that. I wish oh my God. I'm going all out this year, so you guys are going to see, because the last couple of years, like, nobody comes over here, so I'm like, I haven't had Christmas at my house, because, like, my mom was sick the one year, and we didn't do it. No, my mom came over in 2016, and that was her last Christmas, and then the next year, I didn't have anything here, and then last year, I didn't have anything here, so this is the first year since my mom passed away that, you know, I'm having Christmas. My mom actually, you know, she died November 20th, so it's actually coming up on the third anniversary. Yeah, I guess so. Dude, leave me the fuck alone, Snoop. Seriously. So we, whatever. I'm just gonna have to get through it again, you know. My inviters, yeah, you guys will see, because, oh, that's what I was gonna say. My husband's family's coming over, which will be nice, because I haven't seen family for Christmas in 2 years. He's calling, and now he's probably gonna call. You guys there still? My husband just called me. He's probably on his way home. Hold on. Friday anniversaries come. Yeah, Tiffany, it comes so fast. It really does. I can't even believe it's Love House is November 20th. Yeah. So she passed away 3 days before Thanksgiving in 2016. And it was like, it's just, why am I so rude to my puppy? Cotton Patch, have you been watching? He's been annoying the shit out of me for the last friggin'... I'm not hitting him or anything. I'm just telling him, shut up, idiot. Because he's an idiot. And he doesn't understand what that means anyway. He's barking at me and growling at me. Anyway, TVU log. Yeah. I would even love to just get one of those little fake ones. My kids' birthday is the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah, my son's birthday is New Year's Eve. So we have that. Yeah, Beth, it was so close to the holidays. Like, I don't even know how I got through that first Christmas, because it was only a month after my mom passed away. And you know how that month goes, like, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Mary, I was thinking of that. I was, but we don't have any room for it. My house is so small. I've been trying to talk my husband into, like, fucking looking for a different house. It's like we outgrew this house, you know. Like, when me and him were here and it was just us two before we had my son, it seemed fine. But, like, when you have a kid that takes over, you know, one kid fucking takes up so much room with all this shit. I feel like, and I just don't like the way my house is set up. Who's this asshole? Bob. Why do people do this? Like, it's so stupid. Hide user. Bye-bye. I don't know. Why would you do that? That's so stupid, idiot. Did Jesse get what? Yeah, Calais, he did. He got, you know, we did good. We didn't walk that much, but it was kind of crappy, the weather yesterday. Ooh, oh, Amanda, I know which one you're talking about. I know exactly which one you're talking. I love those. They're so pretty. I just think, like, I don't know, the fireplace, you need it. Like, I don't know, have anywhere to hang my stockings, you know? We don't even have, like, anything. Like, I hang them on the wall with those, you know, those 3M things that, like, temporarily stick to the wall, the hooks. That's where I hang my stockings up with. Like, I put them behind my tree. Last year, I didn't even have room to put my tree. So I had a fish tank right here. Like, hold on, I'll show you guys. Oh, Snoop, you just got quiet. I shouldn't have moved. You see, like, right here, there's, like, don't mind my mouse over here, but there's a space. I had a fish tank right there last year. And, I didn't even think about it, because when I got the fish tank, it was, like, during the summer, so I wasn't thinking, you know, where am I going to put my Christmas tree? That's the only spot I could put it. Because I have a room downstairs, but the ceiling's so low that I could only fit, like, a 5-foot tree down there. And I like the tall ones, because I have a lot of ornaments. I put up 2 trees sometimes. I have, like, a little, I think, 5-foot one for down there, and then I have my 6-foot tree up here. They do it for attention. That's why they use profanities and such. They know you will say anything. Okay. Cotton Patch, I'm not being rude, but, like, he was trained by a professional dog trainer. He's just a pain in the ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ignore him because he wants my attention. But he's been like, we brought him to this real intense training class. I'm on the phone right now. He's not, he's being annoying. He's gotten worse since he got old. He wasn't always this bad, but he's 10 years old, so he's kind of like reverting back into a baby again, like puppy behavior. He always had separation anxiety, this dog. Well, what happened was when he got sick, when he was younger, and they were telling us to put him down. I don't want to go through the whole story. He had some like weird thing. We don't even know what it was. He almost died though. And I guess like I took care of him, and like he just like ever since then he is up my ass 24 hours a day. Yeah, he's just being a dog, exactly. I gotta wait for those guys. Did you guys see that video? The girl had the Doberman. She like spit on it and like kicked it. I was like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? First of all, I wouldn't want to kick this thing because if he turns around and bites me, he's gonna fucking kill me. Snoop, stop scratching the door, please. Yeah, that shit pissed me off, that girl. And the dog was so beautiful. She spit on it, she hit it, and she like grabbed its fur and like slammed him down to the ground. It's kind of like disturbing to watch. Brooke something, I forget her last name. Yep, and she got away with it, exactly. Like, if that's what she's doing when she's filming, imagine what she does when she's not filming. Like, I mean, I know she supposedly, like, accidentally posted that shit, but still. Yeah, lady, he's the best dog. I mean, he really is. He's a good dog. He listens, and he's getting annoying lately. Like, as he's aging, I guess he's just, like, getting, like, even with, like, going upstairs, like, he'll whine, and I need to walk upstairs, and he wasn't always like this, though. He's just, I guess it's because he's getting old, and he's, like, losing his fucking senses and shit. I don't know how you fucking kick a fucking dog, dude. Assholes. Yeah, they're great dogs. Very smart. Yeah, no, I don't think she did. I think her channel's still up. YouTube's like really bad at like, I don't know. I mean, like even that girl Eugenia Cooney, like, I mean that girl was, oh my God, it was so disturbing to look at that girl. And like YouTube, just like these people, it's a sick world we live in because like these people are sending her free shit. You know, all these people that sponsor her and they want their, company name, set on her channel. And it's, oh my God, it was so bad. Yeah, the really skinny girl. And they're sending her stuff. And I'm like, you guys are just enabling this girl. And YouTube is like the biggest enabler because they don't take away people's channels for shit like that. I mean, that I don't know what a lot of people wanted YouTube to do. I mean, that I don't know what is really YouTube gonna do. I mean, this girl's just making a really horrible choice. Jen, I do too, but you know what? At the same time, she is an adult, that girl. But the moms seem to have some serious enabling issues. Polka Dot Susan, you know what, Polka Dot Susan, she never actually said what she was. So I don't know if she was anorexic or bulimic or. But yeah, I mean, if you look her up, her name's Eugenia Cooney. Like, oh my God. Oh, it's so, like, she literally looked like, remember in the movie Schindler's List when all those people at the concentration camps, they were like bones? Stop, Snoop, please. Go, come on. Enough. Come on, come over here and I'll pet you sitting down. Yeah, I don't think she ever said what it was. Shane Dawson did a, special, like an interview with her, but she was kind of like weird. She's too yeah, Mary, I don't even know how they got those people to like play that role. It was too realistic. Here's my husband. Ready? Yep, I know his truck. Good, now my dog will go bother him. Go follow Daddy, Snoop. Yeah, she was disgusting. You just looked her up, Crazy Mama 3. Yeah, if you look at like her latest video, the ones that have she's wearing like, I don't know, she's wearing like all this like cosplay shit. I don't even know what it is. She's so disgusting, skinny. Like, how do you look at that and think that you look good like that? I don't understand. It's hard to look at. You get like, it's really hard to look at somebody who's that skinny. Yeah, she was like emo girl. But she's very like, I watched a lot of her videos in the time that I think she was in like getting treatment. And she's just very, you could tell she's just one of those girls that she just puts on this like facade, you know, and it's not really who she is. Oh, thank you. Enough. I look horrible, but thank you. Yes, that's emo. Hi, Chris. What are you doing? Well, obviously. She tried to make it out like she was fine. Her mom is the problem. How could her, you know, I think she lives on her own. So how could, what? Yeah, he was out by like 9. We went swimming and then came home and he was, we ate and I could tell he didn't even want to go, I'll tell you about that. His friend came, there was 2 of his friends were at swimming. Oh, alright. That was fun. My husband's so funny. He's like, put him to bed early tonight because I want him to be able to play good in his hockey game tomorrow. Because last week he went to bed so late and he was like, doo-doo-doo, at that hockey. Like, he wasn't even paying attention because you could tell he was so tired. But anyway, yeah, Eugenia Quimby. Wait, how could her mom be to blame, though? Because, like, isn't she an adult? I mean, I know everybody does that, I guess, because it's just like you have to blame somebody, but really, like, she's the one who, I'm sure the mom could have pressured her a little bit more. Oh, wow. Cotton patch, that's freaking weird. Got a cutie. Who's got a cutie? Black Eagle, me? My porch is so freaking cute. Thank you. We just got this. It's a little messed up from all the wind. My freaking pillow is blew down. All my little pillow things. Hold on. I'll put it together so you guys can see. I actually got this set at Walmart. I was shocked. Hold on. Because it was actually really nice considering that it's from Walmart. Because, I mean, they don't, I don't know. I've never bought one furniture from there before, so hold on. There you go. It's cute. It's all set up. My nose is, like, running nonstop. I like it. I always sit out here. This was, like, the main, like, selling point for the house for me was this porch, because I just love porches. My mom had one. My mom had one built when I was, like, in high school, and I was like, why are you wasting money on that? Like, I don't know. It just seemed like something stupid to waste money on. But then it was like the best money we ever spent. I swear. I hung out there all the time. I would just sit out there at night and like, I used to like write in my journal and shit. I don't know. I just like, the best part about it is when we all used to come, when we were kind of older, like adults in our 20s, and we all used to come home from work at the same time, because like if you live on Long Island, chances are you're living with your parents until you're like almost 30 years old. Like pretty much every friend I had, because it's really hard. It's so expensive here. The apartments are like ridiculous. I mean, ridiculously expensive. So because I remember I had like my girlfriend lived in Pennsylvania. She paid like $400 a month for an like this huge apartment. And up here, like $1,500 a month will get you like a small studio apartment. You know, it's like, it sucks. But yeah, we all used to, so we lived home until like well into our 20s, but we all used to come home and just like sit out on our porch, and the dogs used to sit out with us, and I don't know, it's just nice like in the spring to come out, hang out, get some fresh air. Meanwhile, I just redid my patio, but I never sit out there. We pay $800. That's so cheap, Purple Rain. I mean, it's kind of expensive, but honestly, apartments are so much easier. I kind of miss my apartment. It was nice. We had like, I don't know, it was like a 1-bedroom. I had more closet space in my 1-bedroom apartment than I do in the fucking 3-bedroom house. Holy shit. Toronto, wait, in Toronto, $2,500. See, that's like a major city because it's like that in Manhattan. Manhattan, you ain't getting shit. Most people that work in Manhattan don't live there. Most people live in Brooklyn. I mean, you have to be rich to live in Manhattan, really. There's some, I guess, some sort of affordable places. There's this new apartment building that they put up in Manhattan, and I think it's now the tallest building in the city. It's like huge. I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I forget the name of it. I looked it up after, what was it? I looked it up after I went to the World Trade Center, the new Freedom Tower, and the apartments. Oh my God, they're fucking amazing, but they're millions and millions of dollars to live in these apartments. Come on, Snoop. Follow Daddy inside, and now you gotta come back out. If you want a two-bedroom apartment, you're looking at the minimum of $1,200. The shadiest areas. Wow, Purple Rain. That's crazy. You can get it like I don't know anybody who's paid like under $1,000 for an apartment here. There's just no such thing. I mean, I guess you could rent a room out for like $400, but if you want your own apartment, you're paying well over $1,500. I don't remember how much ours was because we were in a complex. We had a 1-bedroom. It was actually a decent sized bedroom, but pearls of wisdom. I'm glad you have them. My son keeps me strong, so I understand that so much. Hold on, let me go back here. Where's pearls of wisdom? There she is. What happened, pearls of wisdom? I missed your comment. Oh my God, sweet Melissa, $1,500 will get your house? Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. I know my girlfriend went away to college. She went down to Pennsylvania, my best friend, and I was like so jealous because she had her own apartment and it was only $400 a month. And it was like a decent apartment for that, you know? And I'm like, dude, like I can't even, I might as well live in my car or something. My car payment was like fucking $400 a month. Everything's expensive here. Insurance, everything. It's like, really, people can't live here. You can't retire on Long Island. Most people can, unless you're like loaded. But the average middle class, like, you know, person, you can't live here. Like, you wouldn't survive. You can't. On like SSI or something, no way. Or your Social Security. You have a house and you're talking about... No, Cotton Patch, my house is owned. We own our house. And I'm talking about apartment pricing. You have a house and you are talking about apartment pricing. Yeah, because somebody brought something up. Yeah, the taxes. Polka Dot Susan, that's the thing. The taxes. Like my mom's house... And my mom was barely to afford. She owned her house outright. Her house, she paid her mortgage off like in 2007 or 2006. And she owned her house. Her taxes were like $10,000 a year. So, I mean, it's crazy. $10,000 in taxes. For a small, I think she had 3/4 of an acre and, or half acre. I think it might have been. I gotta ask my husband. I don't remember the size of my mom's property, what exactly it was. But, I mean, it was a small property. It wasn't that big. And it was just ridiculous. Fucking almost $10,000 a year. The Hudson Yard. The Hudson Yard in the city, my brother-in-law was one of the project managers. Oh, is that what it's called, Crazy Mama of 3? Taxes in New York are crazy high, yeah. Like my in-laws, they went down to North Carolina, bought this beautiful house, like brand new, for $200,000 or something about that. And their taxes are like $1,200 a year. It's like ridiculous, or like, probably even whatever. And it's just like, I mean, here you're paying for where it is. It's the proximity to Manhattan. So the closer you get to the city, the more expensive it is to live. Like the further you get towards, you know, Nassau County and then Queens. I mean, Queens and Brooklyn are actually cheaper in some areas, but it's definitely expensive. $2,000 a year. Oh my God. See, that's the thing, though. You make less money, though. I mean, that's what people say. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but you know, like my husband's job, I don't know if he'd get paid what he gets paid up here. So it might not, because I don't think there's a union in North Carolina. When you really think and put your mind together, really, you can never do your own property. Wait. When you really think and put your mind together, in reality, yeah, Love Hollis, you really don't. You're right. Your own property, because isn't that crazy that they could take your friggin' house if you don't pay taxes? That's like the weird. You're right. It's crazy. Cotton Patch, are you a news reporter? I don't know, Mary, but I don't know who Cotton Patch is, but because I've never seen them before, but they're like very angry about the way I treat my dog and that I'm talking about apartments even though I own a house. Like, why are you here? I'm just curious. Cotton Patch, I'm not gonna tell you. He's a steam fitter. He's in a union, put it that way. All the crazy wealthy Californians came to Washington. Really sour smiles, 71. Not to be confused with the other sour smiles. Yeah, I want to move to California, but it's so expensive. We were looking at houses, and it's like, wow, all right, maybe we should stay where we are. Because in California, it's just as bad, if not worse. My house was $200,000. What? 3,000 square feet? You know how much a house like that would be worth here? You're talking like probably $500,000, $600,000 for a house that big. And like probably not even in the best area or like on the nicest. Because a lot of the newer homes that are going around, like around here, they're on like streets that you wouldn't want to really live on, that are like busy, or you know what I'm saying? Most of like there's only so much real estate on an island. I mean, you can only fit so many houses. So it's like any new houses are getting like squeezed in these weird little areas. Pearls of Wisdom. I love your name. Yeah, I like that name too, Tiffany Marie. Candy Doll. He's like Sour Patch. Yeah, Candy Doll. That's right. Cotton Patch. You should rename your channel Sour Patch. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Was your husband? Was your husband's? I don't know. No, Cotton Patch. Maybe, I don't know. There was a lot of work after Hurricane Sandy, so it's kind of hard to say if he was or wasn't. I don't know if he does a lot of new construction. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know exactly what kind of jobs he does. He worked on the Intrepid. He worked in the city. He's all over the place. So it's I don't know. I don't remember what he did around that time. Her bedroom is the size of my closet. Whose bedroom? Who has 5 roommates? Oh my God, I would never be able to deal with 5 people. Cotton seems very noisy. Yeah. Stop, Cotton Patch. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I don't know what this person's issue is. Hold on. People are moving from Seattle to where I live because Seattle prices went way up. So now prices are going up here along. Purple Rain, how's the weather there in the winter? I forgot. Does it snow there? Is it get really super cold? Come on. I would love to move to California. It's just like I said, the cost of living is so expensive there. Dude, oh my God, hold on. That's it, Snoop. Leave me alone. Come on, go downstairs with Daddy. Come on. Oh, he's gotta go out again? What do you have, diarrhea or something? Hold on. Yeah, Cotton Patch, why don't you tell us about yourself? We want to know. Let's start off with, how many other screen names do you have? We'll start off with that question. How many other accounts do you have, and which is the one that you normally... What's the one that you normally come in here under? What kind of work do you... Everybody ask Cotton Patch a question. Let's get to know this person. She's like, what number is your house? What's your phone number? What is the first last 4 digits of your social security number? Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Yeah, Cotton Patch. We want to get to know you. Come on, Sour Patch. What's your yearly salary? Boxers or briefs? Toilet paper over the roll or under the roll? Which way do you put it? What's your credit score? What did you have for breakfast? Did your poops float or sink this morning? Oh my god, these are great fucking questions. What's your mother's maiden name? Where'd he go? She. I don't know why. Do you guys always do this? For some reason, when like I don't know people, I assume it's a he. Thank you. I can't see your name. Hold on, you went by too fast. H.M. Brown. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you manscape? I always think like somebody like that is a guy, and I don't know why. Yes, I assign gender. Why do we do that though, Becky? Why do we do that? Like, what's the point? Why? I don't know why. I'm just fascinated with YouTube Live and how people go live and yet somehow get offended when I ask normal questions. I'm not offended. I didn't ask any questions these people are asking. Cotton Patch, they're joking with you. Relax. You're fascinated with YouTube Live? How did you find me, though? Like, are you a subscriber or did you... Okay, Cotton Patch, we could be friends now because you put the toilet paper over the roll. Because anybody who puts it under is the devil. How'd you find my channel? Are you a subscriber? Are you part of this, like, community? We're not offended. It's just weird because here's the thing, Cotton Patch. We all know each other in here. I mean, there's 158 people, my thing says. I don't know if that's accurate because mine thing's never accurate. And there's, you know, there's a decent amount of people chatting right now. And I know every single person that's chatting. Like, I know every single screen name except yours. Because most of the time, the same people come in. And that's why they're all asking you questions. Thank you, Proving Demons. Yes, but I've seen us all in here, everyone. Yeah, Red Lotus, but do you recognize that name? Because I don't recognize that name. Cotton Patch. How do you say your name? Is it Eerie Rising or Irie Rising? Eerie? Or is it just, how would you say that? Hey, I just got, thank you. I broke my wrist to the song Cotton Eye Joe. Becky P, where were you going? Nuts at a wedding dancing? That's so funny. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Oops, I broke my wrist. Cotton Eye Joe. That has to be a good story. I want to hear that now. You can't just drop that shit and not tell us the whole story now. We gotta know. I don't have TV, so sometimes I tune into YouTube Live when I want my brain to rot. Interesting. Cotton Patch, but like, how did you find my channel? I'm just curious. Like, does it come up somewhere? Like, because I always wonder how these people, you know, it's not like you're the only random person that's ever popped into a live. I'm just like, because I don't have that many subscribers that I would think somebody would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I would be like pushed up that high in YouTube's algorithm. I do see like other people's lives that I don't know in my recommended now, which I never used to see. So like I'll be watching a video and I'll see like some random person that's live and I'm like, who is that? It's not even somebody I follow. We are having a little fun with you. Yeah, Mary. Yeah, Mary, exactly. We have to jump you in. If you're going to come and hang out with us, Cotton Patch, and we're going to have to, this is how we do things. It's like you're joining a sorority. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to go, I don't know, go streaking naked or something. You have to do something crazy. My nose is just like running like crazy. My allergies are horrible today. Oh my God. My eyes were so swollen when I woke up this morning. When it's cold out, it just like pours out. The thing behind you with the jars. Rachel, we made that actually. We saw it on, oh shit. That was my mom's actually, because we made one for my mom. It used to have plants in it, but they all died. Because they were in her house like for ages. Oh, this dog's barking again. Her husband gonna let him in. Yeah, you know what I did? It was so easy. I just took it's like a piece of wood and I took a dry brush and I took I don't know if we used acrylic paint. I feel like we used white acrylic paint for some reason. And then just very lightly like brushed it like on, and then I don't know if I used water. I forgot how I did it because it's kind of like see-through looking a little bit. We kind of just brushed it on lightly, like with a brush. You know, like dip the brush in the paint, but then kind of dab it off, and so there's not that much, and then we just kind of brushed it back and forth, not really covering it perfectly, and then my husband did the jars. He did the fucking whatever. This part. They sell these. I think they're hose clamps. So he just screwed them into the wood, and then whatever. My mom actually saw it. She saw it on Facebook, and she liked it, and we saw it. We saw that she liked it on Facebook, so we were like, oh, we can make that, So we made one for her and one for us. They're so easy, but it's a cute idea. Thank you, everybody. Hey, FoxyBot. If I see you guys live and I'm on, I'll be back. Okay, Cotton Patch. I'm probably not in this, but thanks for letting us mess with you for a little bit. I just never saw that name before. Isn't that kind of even weirder though? If the person doesn't know who I am and they're asking me those questions. Like, what's so fascinating about a live video? I'm just so confused. Oh, FoxyBot, were you sick? Yeah, it was definitely fun. We like to mess with people. You have to. I was like freaked out by live videos when they first came. I don't know. I was like, I was freaked out by like me doing them, not other people, but I was like, I don't think I could ever go on a live video. But I do. Somehow. I don't know how, because it's kind of, I just don't know how people, oh man, 2 infections. Damn, FoxyBot. You better go get yourself some antibiotics. Tiffany, was I? I don't even remember. Was I against them? I just felt weird. Yes, I remember the Amy Fisher case. That's right, Susie, she was. She definitely was, Amy Fisher. What a crazy story, man. I didn't even know there was live videos here until yeah, Mary, I think they just started this year, like recently. Because I remember when they first started popping up. In case any of you guys don't know, me and Mary go way back here on YouTube. Like, we've known each other, how long, Mary? 6 years, maybe? So, like, we're friends on Facebook, and we've been like on YouTube for the longest time together. We watch a lot of the same videos. And we met during the Jodi Arias trial. It was crazy. It was like a group of like, I don't know, 20 of us. Like, Mary, you remember Scorpio? Remember, what was his name? Ah, shit, what was his name? This was like the first experience I had with like weird people on YouTube. Because we had this little group of people that used to talk under every Jodi Arias video. There was like, I don't know, it was a decent amount of people. Mostly women, but there was this one guy, Scorpio, and then, Mary, remember LV Rocky or Crocky or whatever the hell his name was? He was like in love with Jodi Arias, and then all of a sudden one day he just decided, he was like, fuck her, she's guilty. And I'm like, what? And then he told me I convinced her. I was like, wow, I must be a good bullshit artist, because this guy was die hard fucking Jodi Arias. I mean, die hard. But anyway, there was this guy called something Scorpio. I forgot his name. Ah, man, it's going to bother me now. What happened to our group? It's still there. I'm still friends with the people on Facebook. I guess just everybody watches different stuff now. But there was like this little group of us, and this guy kept telling us it was Google. Do you guys remember? Hold on, let me just hide this person. Do you guys remember? It was Google Plus. Yeah, we're all on Facebook now. We're all friends on Facebook. But they had this thing called Google Plus. So when you used to, it was weird. It was like when you used to comment on YouTube, you, instead of replying on YouTube, you could reply in Google Plus, and then you could actually tag people, which was cool, you know, because you can't do that on YouTube. It's the one thing that sucks. Like, you can't tag. I don't know why they still don't have it to this day. Like, if I wanted it, like, say if I saw a cool video and I wanted to share it with me, like Mary, I can't tag her. You could reply, but you can't tag people. You know what I'm saying? So, like you could do on Facebook and Instagram, like you could tag somebody who's not involved in the post. You were able to do this on Google Plus. You just had to put a plus in front of their name. And so there was this one guy, and he was talking about this woman that he met, and like, I don't know, it was like this whole crazy thing. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if she died or like he basically got catfished. Well, at least that's what we thought. We thought he was getting catfished by this girl because he kept showing us this picture. She was sending him pictures and pictures and pictures. And all of a sudden, I was looking at the picture one day, and I'm like, I think the girlfriend might have even been in the chat. I don't even know. She might have even been in the chat, and then she, like, died or something happened. Something crazy happened. And, you know, we're all sitting there feeling bad for this guy. We're like, oh, my God, you know, we're so sorry. Like, he was in love with this girl. Meanwhile, they never even met. They were, like, online lovers or something. And we're all sitting there feeling terrible for this guy. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at her pictures one day, and I'm like, so it sounded like somebody was trying to scam him, whatever it was. But I'm looking at the guy's pictures one day, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, this girlfriend, I zoom into her picture. I don't know why I never did it before. I'm like, this looks like a paparazzi picture. You know, it doesn't look like a real person. Like, nobody has who has a picture of them walking down the street, like, with their pocketbook, like, I don't know. It just looked like one of those, like, paparazzi pictures when they have celebrities shopping or whatever, you know? So I put the picture in Google image search, and sure enough, the picture of the guy's girlfriend is a picture of Megan Fox, you know, the actress. So I start looking at all the different pictures of the supposed girlfriend that she has on Google Plus, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, none of these pictures are even the same woman. They're all different women. Mary, do you remember this? I don't know if you were like that involved with that guy. What the hell was his name? Some Scorpio. I can't remember. So anyway, I finally talked to a couple of the other people in the group. There was this woman, Kathy, and you know, a couple other girls that we were close with, Lynn, whatever. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, you know, Scorpio's sitting here crying over this girl, thinking this girl died, and it's not even a real girl. I'm like, this is not a real girl. So I was like, we have to tell him, like, you know, like, what are we gonna do? This guy's getting played. He's sitting here crying over this girl that he thought died. And it ended up she didn't really die because she never really existed. So I told him, and at first he was really thankful. He was like, you know, thank you. And, you know, oh my God, I can't believe this. But then as we started like pressing him more, like, because we were trying to find out, okay, well then if the girl didn't really die and the girl doesn't really exist, who is this person that you're talking to? Because clearly you're talking to somebody. Somebody's playing you. It was like crazy. It was like the girl pretended she died, and then like somebody took over her account, and it was like her uncle or cousin or some shit. And to me, it sounded like this guy was getting scammed, you know? So when we finally told him, he was thankful. And then like all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but he went from being like, thank you so much, to like, you're a fucking psychotic cunt, like at me. And I'm like, what the hell happened? I don't know to this day if any of this was true. Like, we talked to this guy for months, for like almost a year. And then he started doing this thing with this girl. So we had, you know, we're like believing him. But I honestly think that this guy made this whole story up. I don't even think that the girlfriend was true, or the guy that he was, like, I think he was the one who was scamming all of us to try to get us to all feel bad for him. And like, I don't know, maybe give him money or something. Like, it was crazy. That was like the first like crazy experience I had on YouTube, like with fucking people. It was like this guy just got catfished, or he catfished us. Yeah, Becky, it was so weird. He was so mad at me. And then he started going around and writing all this like horrible shit about me. And like, I was like, why are you mad at me? You're the fucking idiot who is dating a fake person, online. Like, you're mad at me for like exposing that. I don't know. I don't know if he got mad because like he felt like an idiot, or if he was scamming us maybe and he got mad. It was weird. It was a weird. But that was like my first weirdo experience on YouTube. That was like shit, 2013 maybe. When was the Jodi Arias trial? It was before her second trial. It was before, yeah, it was before the second trial, the penalty phase, because they had to retry her because she had a hung jury the first time on the penalty phase, so they had to retry it again. Very weird. So trust me, I know all about the weirdos you could find on YouTube. So like, even when I'm telling you guys this shit, like, I've been around these YouTube streets for a pretty long time. Tiffany, I don't know, because I used to comment under a different name when I followed him. Like when all this happened, I had a different channel. It wasn't even a channel. I didn't like have any content on it. It was just to comment, really. Yeah, Mary, right? 2013. That's when it was. What the hell was the name? Oh man, it was something. It was like Unknown Scorpio or something Scorpio. He changed it though after that. Like, he changed his name. But I used to argue with people on here. It was like nuts. Mary knows. She used to argue with people too. Because there was some hardcore fucking Jodi Arias supporters on here that like used to feel bad for her. Mary, remember when they put there was this website called Jodi Arias is Innocent, I think, and they put a picture of, like, it was so horrible, like Travis in the body bag, and they wrote this like horrible shit on about him. These people were fucking evil, like as evil gets. Polka Dot Susan, I don't know, but she might be getting another freaking trial. Red Lotus. I don't know what Red Lotus. I don't understand how Juan Martinez having an affair with Jen from Trial Diaries could even affect Jodi Arias' case. Like, what does that have to do with her case? Like, how is that even misconduct? He's not allowed to date. I guess, I don't know. I guess maybe you shouldn't really be dating I mean, I guess you shouldn't be dating a reporter, but I don't think he was like leaking stories to her or anything, or breaking any type of ethical codes. I mean, people either loved him or hated him. I loved him. I thought he was hilarious. Thank you. Yep, so what? I like that name. I am semi-weird. Well, guess what? I'm 100% weird. Yes, Becky P. I actually looked at some of the Scott Peterson evidence, and if you really think about it, I mean, like, yeah, Purple Rain, he's the freaking best. I swear. I could watch him. It's just he's amazing. Bet your weirdness seems normal. I could guarantee you enough. I'm definitely weird. Wait, hold on. Somebody just said something. Oh, the Scott Peterson case. I mean, it's very compelling, like, evidence, because if you guys really think about it, he's on death row, right? For completely circumstantial. There's not one piece of actual evidence that he murdered his wife and child. He got convicted on capital murder on purely circumstantial evidence. Like, that's crazy. It does happen a lot. Happy. It's crazy. I mean, there's not one bit of evidence, but there's talk about, because I think he's supposed to have an appeal or something, or I guess you have mandatory appeals when you're sentenced to death, but I mean, it is interesting, some of the stuff, because they're saying there was like this van, or I don't know, these people. You are true crime weirdos. Cape Crusader, we're not weirdos. This is the furthest thing from a fucking crime channel, trust me. We're just discussing cases. I am a true crime person. I do like to watch true crime shows, but I don't think I'm a weirdo about it. Cotton is having an intimate relationship. Maybe Cotton is a Scorpio. Maybe he found me. He's that unknown Scorpio, whatever the fuck his name was. God, that's gonna annoy the shit out of me. I wanna remember what that guy's name was. Purple Rain, so am I. I actually haven't watched, you know what? Ever since I've been on YouTube, like the last couple of months, I haven't watched any true crime stuff. I gotta get back into it. There hasn't been any, like, cases that interest me. Like, the Jodi Arias case, I was fucking obsessed with. Obsessed. I watched it 100 times because it was so interesting. It really was. And I really learned a lot, too. Like, I had no idea how trials went or how, like, court worked, or I didn't know any of that shit, when I started. And, like, honestly, all the people like Mary and the other women that I met, they're the ones who, like, taught me, like, all this shit, because I asked them a lot of questions, and they were so nice. Like, that was when I was like, that's a good side of YouTube, because you can meet awesome people, because they all, I would just jump into their conversations, like, when I first came around, because they all knew each other a little bit longer, and, I would just jump into the conversations, and they would give me, like, all the facts about the case and everything, so it was pretty cool. Lorena Bobbitt trial, was that televised, Purple Rain? Wow. There's no good, like, I don't know. There's, like, I only get interested in certain cases. And there's been, like, the Kelsey Barris case. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not following it. I was just watching that one. I did see that the, Scott Reich, he posted that the, Johnny P. NHL, the kid that shot the school in Florida, his trial started. Scott Reich was posted something earlier today. I was with maybe Purple Rain. She was acquitted. Get out of here! I didn't even know that. That would be an interesting trial to watch, because I was kind of young when that happened, so I don't really, like, remember that too much. I remember the story, but, like, even with the what's her name, Amy Fisher case, would that happen in the, like, early 90s? So I was, like, in, I don't know, maybe junior high or something. OJ's board. Yeah, I would have watched that trial. I didn't follow the Amber Geiger story either. The first 48 can be Cotton Patch. Madeline McCann case. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about that one too. I never followed that either. Isn't there, like, a thing on Netflix about that case? I started watching it, but I fell asleep. Oh my God, I cannot believe how much my nose is running. Maybe I have a cold. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, I haven't been following any cases, though. I'm just glad Court TV is back. Yeah, Purple Rain. I never watched it, though. I would watch, like, the clips on YouTube. I've been watching YouTube. Like, I stopped watching TV years ago when I got YouTube. When I got into YouTube, I just, like, completely stopped watching TV. So I find, like, everything I see, it's on here usually. But it used to be, during the Jodi Arias trial, I feel like it was a lot better, because, like, there's so many rules now, and there was, like, they didn't have the commercials and shit. Like, there was no advertisements on videos back then. So I think your nose is running because your blood is setting a lot of antihistamine in response to the smoke. Okay. I don't think so, because my nose always runs like this when it's cold out, ever since I was a kid. But I might have a cold because it seems a little extra runny today. I have severe, like, year-round allergies. I'm allergic to dust, so that's, like, everywhere. And dust mites. Oh, well. Jeffrey, who is that? McDonald? The first trial I guess I really watched was the Casey Anthony trial. I wasn't like I didn't know like they had trials. I remember my mom watching the OJ trial when I was a kid. I haven't turned on the TV in 6 months. That's 6 months. Yeah. Oh my God. My son was sick too. He was coughing this whole like the last couple of days. So it's very possible I caught something. Oh, the Chris Coleman case. Did they televise the trial? I hated DirecTV anytime it rained. Yeah, that's what my neighbor says, Mary. They have that, and they say that every time it like rains or like they get a bad storm. What? Suffocated kittens? How do you do such a thing? That's so terrible. God. Yeah, the allergens. I'm allergic. I have, like, most people get their allergies in the spring. Mine get bad in the fall. Up until, like, November, like, around Christmas. And then they're not as bad. But from, like, August to November, my allergies are so bad. Like, what is it? What's causing it? He was Tiffany Marie. Bacterial. Wait, hold on. Murdy. Murdy? I never heard of that, Foxy, but that's something new. I love your name, Liberty. Liberty. I always see it because everybody in my real life calls me Lee. Nobody really calls me Liana. Well, my husband does, but like most people, if you knew me from childhood, you called me Lee. My family calls me Lee. Nobody calls me Liana. I just told my dad, passing around a football 6 days a week. Yeah, that's a lot of football. I made a mistake of watching the video of him doing what... Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to end this in a second because I'm getting a headache. I just want to lay down. Worst thing I ever watched. I watched some horrible shit. The worst thing I think I ever watched online was... Remember after 9/11, in the years after 9/11, when they started doing all those, like they were, like, kidnapping the reporters and fucking beheading them. Do you guys remember that? It wasn't that long ago. It might have been, like, shit, that might have been, like, 10 years ago when Obama was the president. Because didn't Obama catch, Osama bin Laden, like, during his presidency? Yeah, all right. Those beheadings, and then they had the worst thing I ever watched was they beheaded this guy and lit him on fire in this cage. I think that was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why I was even watching that shit. I really don't, because it was so horrible. They like tortured this guy. Those sick bastards. Yeah, James Foley, that's right. Why were they doing that, man? My son just recently asked me about 9/11. He's 6 years old, and I don't know where he heard about it. And, like, for us, like, it's such an emotional thing. I don't know. I know of people that died, but, like, I don't know, thank God nobody personally that I know personally passed away in that. But I almost, like, didn't know what to tell him. It was, like, the weirdest thing because I was like, I don't want to expose my 6-year-old son to the horrors of this world. But he wanted to see it, and then I asked my husband because I was, like, torn. I really didn't know if I wanted to show him, if I didn't want to show him, like... I was like, this kid, like, the real reason I didn't want to show him is because, like, I didn't want him to be scared that that was going to happen again. Think of what a huge thing that is for a 6-year-old kid to understand what happened that day. And it's so hard to explain it in terms that they'll understand, And he heard about it at camp this summer. Their kids were talking about it. So he's like, Mom, he's like, do you know about the planes, when the planes flew into the building? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And, I lived, it was horrible. Yeah, Mary, it was a bad day. And, I showed him. We finally decided, we'll show him. He hasn't mentioned it since. I showed him a couple of, like, clips online of the planes flying into the buildings. And he didn't really ask that many questions after he saw it. I mean, he did. He had a lot of questions, but like he hasn't questioned it since. Um, but I'm like, man, our kids will never, like, if your kid was born after that time, they'll never know what life was like before that time. Like, we live in such a, oh my God, Red Lotus, that's terrible. God. Like, everything changed after that. Our whole society changed after that. Like, a lot of the way we do things now and laws that we have and rules and just going on a plane. I mean, look how much that changed. Just getting to an airport and getting on a flight has changed so much. Some people did something. Yeah, I guess you could explain it like that, Cotton Patch, but I think it's a little bit deeper. And, because he was asking me what happened to all the people, and that's the hard part to explain. Like, he's like, did they get out? Did they die? And, it's just like, oh my God, dude. Like, it's just so, when you think back on that day and just how many people lost their lives and trying to explain that to a 6-year-old kid, it's just hard. Because I want to explain it in a way where it's like something that he's not going to be scared of and thinking of all the time. But I also want him to know exactly what happened. Yeah, Mary, the plane crash in Pennsylvania. That's right. I always forget about the Pentagon and the plane crash too in Pennsylvania in the field. Cause yeah, I mean, like, if you grew up in New York, like my grandparents lived in Manhattan, and every time we drove to my grandparents' house, it was like you would see the Twin Towers, and you're almost there. You're almost at my grandparents' house. And it's just it was such a symbol, because they were the first buildings you could see. Like if you're driving from Long Island, into the city, you see the Twin Towers first. I mean, you could see them way before you would see any of the other buildings because they were so tall, especially downtown, because downtown the buildings aren't that tall. Like the real tall buildings in New York City are mostly like Midtown. Um, and then there's a couple like random tall ones downtown, but most of like the skyscrapers are really Midtown. And those two buildings downtown stuck out like so much, and they made the skyline, they made it look like what it is, like New York City. Like to me, when I look at the skyline now, it doesn't even look like New York City to me anymore because those are missing. But it's just weird. It's so hard to explain that. I know he'll learn it in school, but it's just it's just weird that he asked me about it because it was something that I didn't expect him to ask me about. Oh, really, Alexis P? How old is he? My son was a senior in high school. He was upset with the teacher because she wouldn't turn on the TV. Pamela, your son's probably around my age because I was in my third year of college when it happened, or my fourth year. I don't remember. I think it might have been my third or fourth year. So, and I remember when it happened in the morning, my professor, he was an actor. He was on like One Life to Live or some shit, maybe like one season. I don't know why I took this fucking acting class. I hated it, but um he was like such a douche. He was like, "Oh, that's happened before." I'm like, no, a plane flew into the building, we're trying to tell him. And then he's like, "Okay, let's do our exercises. Me. Bop, bop." Like we had to do all these weird noises and shit. I don't know. And I was like, the whole time I was just thinking, I want to get to my car so we could turn the radio on. I want to know what's going on. Oh, UTIs, yeah. I used to get those all the time too. I used to get them all the time. Uh, a lot of women do. Some people are just prone to them. When my son was 6, he asked me to tell him the truth about where babies come from. I didn't want to tell him. I was scared he would say something to other kids and I would get called. My son's asked me that too. I'm like, because he's like, "How is I in your belly? Like, how did I get in there?" I'm like, "Magic." I'm like, I don't want to tell this kid. He's too young. My parents actually bought us a book. I guess because my mom was like a prude kind of, and I guess she was kind of like didn't like talking about sex. So she I just found this book too when I was cleaning her house out. It's called That's How I Was Born. And it's like literally a children's book, but like it tells you really how babies are made. And it like shows the mom and dad like in bed. And then, oh my God, it's so weird. It even has like a picture of like a penis, but like it's like a diagram like to show you. I just found it recently and I'm like, this book is so, I gotta find it. And that if I find it again, I'll show it to you guys because it's freaking hilarious. I was going through my mom's house. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that's a book. I remember that book. It's like a children's book, so it's all illustrated for kids. It looks like almost like a baby book, like, but it's telling you like reality. I want to see that book. Red Lotus, I'll find it. I think I saw it recently. I think it's actually in my basement because I just saw it the other day and I'm like, oh my God. Every time I see that book, I'm just like, it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm like, where did my mom find this thing? I think as my brother was getting to like that age, like he was starting to get like in puberty age and like she didn't know how to explain it. So because I guess she never did the birds and bees talk with me. I know she did with my brother, but she never did it with me. Birds and bees. I don't think we need to do that, though. I think our kids will probably know more than we ever knew by just looking shit up on a book I had compared an orgasm to an itch. I don't know about that, but it's like, mommy gets ticklish. It was like, oh, the book was so creepy. So creepy. I hid it when I was watching Rain Man. Wait, I hid it when I was watching Rain Man. My mom never told me. I thought I was being punished for watching that at 12. Oh, don't worry. School taught my kid before he even got a chance to. 5th grade. 5th grade, Tiffany Marie? I don't want my son knowing that shit in 5th grade. That's way too freaking young. Jesus. There is a YouTube Creation of Life from Discovery Channel. Does not show privates. I played it for my grandkids. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh my God. They teach it. Yeah, I guess they teach it. Holy shit, 5th grade, man. That is super early. I was yeah, Red Lotus. I think you probably went to high school around the same time I did because, I mean, you were probably in school around the same time I was because I think that's when we learned too, was in 6th grade. I remember they brought like all the girls into one room and the boys into another room and they handed out like these little like packages with like maxi pads and freaking tampons and I had no idea what any of it was. I was just like, what? Me, mom, sitting here so amazed. Tiffany Marie's 5th grade. It's only a grade difference. Yeah, I guess you're right. We did learn around 6th grade. So embarrassing. Oh my God. I got my first period early too. It was like the week before my 13th birthday. I was young. I was like, oh, sucks. Why do we have to have it that young? Jesus. Shouldn't be even thinking about having babies at freaking 12. K Small's almost 16. Damn. Oh my God. Tiffany Marie, 9. Jesus. My best friend, she didn't get like her period. She got it once and then like didn't get it again until we were in like 10th or 11th grade. And she used to be like jealous of us because we had our periods. I'm like, trust me, you're fine. You don't want this shit. It's horrible. Oh, Becky P, that's probably true. I believe that. That probably is true. Is it really clinical or should we teach you about STDs? Yeah, Foxy Bot. Yeah, I'm sure. That sounds like birth control. Jesus. My dad was trying to bring me to the water slide to call me mom crying at work. I have no... Aw. Oh my God, Tiffany, that's so young. You don't even, like, understand, like, what, you know? Oh my God. I got mine early, too. Remember those pads? Awful gadgets. I don't remember having that. I know my mom said that, like, when she was young, they had, like, these, like, belt things that you had to put on them. I think you had to wash them. I don't even know. What was worse? 1 week after that, my teacher was murdered. Oh my God, are you serious, Red Lotus? That's freaking crazy. Your teacher was murdered? Wait, hold on. I want to go back up there because I think I missed something. Red Lotus, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? You were 16, Purple Rain? Wow. 14. Meanwhile, I got my period so young. I never grew boobs. I was like, oh, shit. Ah! Oh, I thought I almost blocked somebody. I was like so flat chested. I was like, why do I have my period? Hold on, I just missed Red Lotus's comment. What was worse is when we get to that. Oh, wait, that was the same comment. Never mind. Wow, your teacher was murdered. That is insane. When my son's voice changed, he was trying to disguise it for weeks. It was hurting my ears. Oh, why? He was squeaky? Oh my God, he went to my mom's for a weekend. Came home with a man voice. That's hilarious. Yeah, go to interstitial cystitis. Oh, that's a hard one to say. Bobby Lozano. Red Lotus, hold on. I want to screenshot that. Can I look it up? Like, is there like a story about that? Interesting. My 3rd grade teacher went to jail for 7 years for friggin' touching a little girl. I still don't believe it happened. I just don't. None of the kids that had him believe it because he was never creepy like that ever. I just like I can't even picture it. It just doesn't make any sense. The whole girl's story was like really sketchy to begin with. He was my favorite teacher. He was everybody's favorite teacher. So I mean, it was just, I don't know. Nobody believed it. Even my friend babysat the girl that accused him, and like she said that she didn't believe the story either because she was there when the girl told the mother, and like the mother was kind of leading her into it. And that was at the time when they had just like, I don't know if you guys have like ever noticed when these things happen, but like, you know, it's almost like the Me Too movement. You know, it's like, okay, you know, Harvey Weinstein, and it's like Matt Lauer, and, you know, all these people are getting accused. What was the other guy? Not Russell Crowe. Why do I always get these two actors mixed up all the time? Whatever. Was it Kevin Spacey? I don't know. There was all sorts of people. They did the same thing back in like the early, like, I don't know if it was like the late 90s. They were like, oh shit. They were making examples of all these teachers, like, and all teachers were just like every week it was like another teacher was getting arrested for sexual assault or some shit. And I felt like they just made an example out of this guy, you know, and I really it just didn't make any sense. Hold on. My bro was 6 foot age while he cried when he could not get in for Kids Price. Wow. Yeah, Foxy Bot. When I was in 6th grade, there was this boy that went to another school, and he was like almost 6 foot tall in 6th grade. And I was like my boyfriend. And we were going, I lived down the block from a 7-Eleven. So, like, you know, we always used to go there and get Slurpees and candy and shit. And we're walking down the block, and this is while my mom was in the hospital getting her kidney transplant. I remember we were walking down, and I told my friends, wait outside. I got to go get money. And my dad sees this kid who's 6 foot tall waiting outside for me, and friggin' came outside and like freaked out. He's like, get the fuck away from my daughter, blah, 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 blah. My dad's like, how old is that kid? I'm like, Dad, he's in the same grade as me. My dad didn't believe me. Meanwhile, my dad was 6'3", and he told me that when he was in 6th grade, he shot up. Like, he was short, and then all of a sudden shot up in 6th grade and was like 6 feet tall when he was like 12 years old. So I was like, Dad, he's just like you. He's just tall. He's a tall guy. He was cute. I should have stayed with him. He was like a freaking professional baseball player. No, he made it to the minor leagues. Oh, he played on our local AAA team or some shit. He did get 2 kids I went to school with actually got scouted to the, you know, into the professionals, but they didn't really play. Oh, Mary Kay Letourneau, aren't they getting divorced now? I just watched something about that recently. They put Murder Story on Dateline too. Oh, really, Red Lotus? Wow. Red Lotus, was he your teacher while this happened? Like, we never got counseling. Oh my God. Yeah, because Red Lotus, they didn't do counseling in those days. Like, they didn't care how we felt. Wow. I gotta check this out. Interesting. Chances are, if it was on Dateline, I probably saw it. But Red Lotus, you can't be like how. I think I asked you. If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to tell me. I know some like women get offended when you ask their age. I don't think you seem to be around the same age as me. I mean, so Purple Rain, are they still together? We hold. Oh really? Yeah, Purple Rain. Yeah, I heard they were getting divorced though. Just like David and Janelle from Teen Mom. So they say. The only reason I would believe, because I guess the money's right, because they have to live separate. I don't think MTV would ever sign a contract with Janelle as long if there's any chance of that guy coming back around into the picture. I mean, because he's such a piece of shit, that guy. Wow, I got 100 likes on this video. Thank you, everybody. I never look at the likes, but I just noticed it because it was so many. Who beat the Yankees? Yeah, Purple Rain, I saw that in your messages before. You're right though. But he might be purposely doing that because you got to think, if there's any type of divorce case, he has to be on his best behavior if he wants to see those kids. You know what I'm saying? If he starts bashing those kids right now, he's done. He's not going to get custody of them. Even 50, whatever. He's already got, think of how many reasons she has. And he's so much of a narcissist that I could see him being on his best behavior just so he could fuck her over. I really do. But who knows? Yeah, I feel bad for his daughter. Your lives. Yeah, Tiffany. See, look, we could have fun and not be talking about, each other. Not be talking shit about each other. Cotton Patch, you're always right. That's interesting. Yeah, we're just freaking laughing and talking about random shit. That's what it should be. We shouldn't be, always angry. It's chill. We're just like hanging. It's all good. Hold on. I was a teen mom at 16. My only by choice. Wow, Pamela. That's hard, dude. I can't even imagine being a mother that young. I was definitely probably way too immature to have a kid. I think though, if I would have had a kid at that age, like I probably would have matured because I was kind of like weird in a sense where like I didn't like to do, I don't know. I was weird when I was younger. Like sometimes like my friends, like I always used to be like, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, not like I was better than them, but they just like to do like dumb shit. Like I wasn't into a lot of the stupid shit they like to do. Like getting like, snorting fucking K and shit, I was like, I'm good. No. But that's what they used to do. They'd be like, they all wanted to do drugs all the time, and I used to just be like, eh. And I would stay home with my mom. I didn't even care. I mean, not that I never, like, experimented with anything, but I never did that shit, that's for sure. But they used to do, like, dumb things, like go stupid places, and I'm like, I'm not going there to, like, hang out with idiots. No thanks. She's escaped accountability for just about everything too. Quite the prize. If not for those kids, I say she. Yeah, I'm Amanda, 100%. Yeah, Foxy Bob, because it's bullshit. It's too much. 18 when I got pregnant with my son, no regrets. Even at that age, I think, I don't know, I guess I would have just, like, matured, and my parents definitely would have helped me. I mean, I know my mom would have. Snorting what? Cotton Patch Special K. It's like it's called ketamine. It was popular when I was in high school. I never did it, but my friends used to do it. But they used to, like, go into, like, I don't know, clubs and shit, and I would stay home. I'm like, I don't fucking want to go to a club. I went through this, like, club hating stage when I was younger. I don't know, man, but hopefully the show sucks now. I don't even want to watch it anymore because the people on it, I don't even know who the people are on it. Okay, oh, Purple Rain, you better go. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here in a minute because I'm friggin' tired. IV infusions, what's that, Becky? I'm like totally like missing so much here. He was an on-duty cop when he shot her. I'm like, there's so many different conversations going on. Trojan failed me. That's hilarious. Oh, Cotton Patch. My husband wouldn't troll me, but I'm sure he pops on and to see what I'm talking about. I don't know, actually. He trusts me. I don't think he would be like really care what I was doing right now. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end this because I'm like ready to go to bed. I think. Eat too much candy. Me too. I'll talk to you guys next time. This was a nice, calm live. We'll keep it that way. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.